turn there for Brendan as he's able to almost knock out the Zapdos. A knockout there would have been so great for him, but I think that turn still went really well for him, considering like he didn't just lose Tapu Koko and he got all that free damage.
I think Volt switches to Zapdos here. Yeah, the Landorus kind of has to switch.
Out, doesn't want to be stuck with the hidden power as its move of choice for the rest of the game. Blaziken
maybe Electro Web? Oh, protects Zapdos.
To keep itself safe,
huh.
want to take that little bit of damage that would knock it out. Tapu Koko
yeah, I agree with that play.
Into the protect, and Snorlax frustration.
It's a lot of damage onto Blaziken. It's like a 2 KO probably. Oh, yeah. 2 KO.
Yeah, that does so much damage, and more importantly, Tapu Koko here should still be the fastest Pokemon on the field. So Brendan really.
David had to switch there. Staying in Hidden Power Icing for no damage isn't going to help him. But also by switching, yeah, I mean you kind of just need the full paralysis chance. I think.
Quite well, and David going for that aggressive prediction with that Landorus, and like as you mentioned, being forced.
I think I would like to see Lax switch into Mence here and go for Electro Web if you have it. But I'm not positive he has it. We've seen Volt switch, Skydrop, and Nature's Madness.
Unfortunately, Brendan has been able to attack through the paralyses, despite getting paralyzed by that Thunderbolt earlier.
Yeah, well, Zapdos is so important to David. He's going to try save it for later. Bringing in the Landorus, getting an Intimidate down, which would be very, very helpful against these frustrations as well. You know, there's no boost on the Snorlax as of yet.
Ooh, not great.
Electro Web, and Blaziken avoids it. Blaziken lands a superpower onto that Snorlax.
That's an extremely important miss for the record. Because of this miss, now Blaziken will outspeed Tapu Koko, which wouldn't have happened otherwise. And because it outspeeds, well, it also outspeeds Mega Mence, which is also a big deal. Because if Mence outspeeds before Blaziken, it at least forces David into a bit of an awkward position. But yeah, the miss is huge.
Gets rid of it, of course.
But also good for David for not. Yeah, it was
check,
so good for
check.
David, like, yeah, I mean, he didn't fall for the fact that like that play was really good. He knew that Zapdos kind of had to switch out. He knew that Koko had to target the Zapdos slot and save Zapdos, which allows him to reset both the Intimidate drop and the Superpower drop and Landorus's choice move one more time, whatever he chooses. In theory, if he wants to switch, he doesn't have to.
So it's still in pretty good shape right now.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate
95% accuracy, by the way.
If the Electro connects there, then you guarantee that Tapu Koko and Mega Salamence will still be faster. But unfortunately not the case, and we've already seen that David's Landorus does is
one Hyper Voice would win the game for Brendan here. Oh no, it wouldn't. Sorry, still have to worry about
Hidden Power Ice potentially can just knock it out. So his next turn is going to be really big because we know David's going to have to lock himself into an attack. So we have to see which one he commits himself into. We know Kartana is the last one on Brendan's end, so he might just try to go for
I can fix this. I didn't realize it was not showing everything.
Koko slot, knowing, okay, if your Koko stays in, I'll get the knockout. If you switch out, I'll do a lot of damage. If not, just knock out the Kartana outright.
But the Blaziken has to retreat. It's been caught with Intimidate and the drop from Superpower, so no surprise to see Zapdos come back in. Maybe the sacrificial lamb, or I guess sacrificial bird. In this instance,
oh no, switch out.
Salamence does decide that it's going to be going for the Mega Evolution. No more trying to cycle the Intimidate, just going to get Aerialate as its ability now.
Here's the hidden power.
Does hidden power. No protect on the Salamence.
Oh, it survives!
It's not able to get the knockout as Tapu Koko sky drops the Landorus. Not going to do any damage as Salamence frustration will get the knockout onto Zapdos.
Oh man, the survival there. It's not.
It's bulky.
Power Ice, you would expect to knock out a Salamence at around 75%, but
yeah.
Brendan's
like you in theory, I think Landorus could knock out.
I broke my damn TFT.
Depending on builds, like maybe if Salamence is -10%, or maybe it did like 90%. That's a lot. That did a lot less than most people would expect. Myself included.
Salamence played very hard in special defense, is able to keep that attack in.
That was a weird 50-50 because it's like, is Blaziken gonna protect here? Because Kartana's not doing anything.
Huh. Never mind. It figured its shit out. I broke my damn TNT.
No protects. I like it.
What am I puppies?
So that was a really smart talent. It covers all the options. If Blaziken protects, it's obviously good. If Blaziken doesn't protect, well, you'll be able to see. This is what happens. So let's see what happens. Brendan has
Yesterday did not go well with TFT. Pretty sure I lost like 3 in a row. should just run Assassins. Infinity Edge, Assassins. Oh, I get that bonus.
This should KO.
Same type attack bonus, and with Landers' space special attack not being that high, you presumably can survive a hidden power as well. So let's see. The Zero Fear is actually just gonna outright knock out the
Doom from this Kartana.
Blaziken's now +2, if I've counted correctly.
Now there's so much pressure on this Blaziken.
Right.
Honestly, gonna be a real struggle to see if he can get there.
Yeah, it's only
because
+2.
Spread move is Rock Slide. You don't want to Rock Slide.
Maybe it's +3.
We saw how well Tapu Koko took it earlier.
+3?
It's not gonna do anything to this Kartana.
I think it's +2.
You've got to get rid of one before you can.
Assassins till we die.
Honestly, I think this Blaziken's got a little bit too much work to do right now.
Goes for the double protect. Yeah, it was +2.
Come here, sir. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, we take free Hellion, right? Save gold. Let's fucking go.
Kartana goes down. So it was double protect, stay alive, and now it's Sky Drop.
What are you thinking, Aaron? I have no idea. Why would you not run this calculation?
Remember that electro web you missed earlier? Yeah. That's the end of the game. So, you can see. But you can see that Brendan is like, he's frustrated, right? The matchup is really, really bad, and he played extremely well. Just to recap what happened, eliminates Bisharp right away. Delays Mega Evolve immense, positions really well, to tail into the right time. David plays as well, to be clear. I don't want to take anything away from David. In fact, I think he plays extraordinarily well because Brendan was also playing, like, Brendan was playing out of his mind, and David's able to bring this back with good play and a little luck as well. Electro Web is 95% accurate. That miss changes the entire game.
See what we can do.
Use the double protect in order to outspeed Kartana. Mega Blaze can space 100 speed, Kartana space 107 or something like that.
30% attack speed boost. That's it.
77 stat.
You need 6 to make this worth shit.
So, Brendan's frustrated. It's 2 out of 3. He's lost a game that realistically most of the time he should win based on how he plays his body. He loses on a 5% miss and then a 1 in 3 chance for double protect. So,
I mean, I guess
the
it's not
question
bad.
is, how, like, he plays out of his mind and he still loses. The matchup is poor and he gets a little unlucky as well. How is he going to adapt? How is he going to maintain composure / is he going to maintain composure? Because I know, having been in this spot, it's very difficult to maintain your composure being on the other end of this.
Belt or rod would be good, I think. Or another bow. This would be ideal.
And recoil, if he dies to
We got
recoil,
none of that.
Blaziken wins.
Okay,
Pokemon if fakes to
good.
recoil, he wins.
That's
Yeah, so it's a 0-0, but he loses.
fuck.
Carrying through in a 2v1
Doug goes down.
trying to prove that it's the hottest chicken in Nashville this weekend. Better than any of the local joints. That has put David Kutesh one step closer.
So at least Hellion emblems are like feasible to build. I don't like how you can't build all the emblems anymore.
Back to the banjo. Is this a banjo?
Super sad.
I have no idea. I don't listen to much country music, I'll be completely honest with you. I'll be completely honest. We can come back into it. David adapts here. This is the game plan I told Brendan to lead, but Landorus in the lead is a little scary because now Landorus actually checks Coco. And Bisharp has the same. Bisharp was always threatening Snorlax.
Pew, pew.
And also because of Intimidate, there's a chance my horsepower at minus 1 KO.
Pew, pew,
So yeah, this
pew,
is a
pew,
little bit
pew.
trickier.
Pew,
The
pew.
combination of Bisharp plus physical attackers in this format especially was really difficult to deal with. For me. And it is. Also, I don't. It hasn't really been relevant, but just so you're all aware, this is old speed mechanics, not new speed mechanics. So like Tailwind and like for example, he's max speed black. So maybe there's some worlds where Electro Web plus high horsepower, if that were to KO Bisharp, would make sense. I don't think it would ever KO, but maybe. But it doesn't work. Mechanics don't have to do it until the next turn. So just so you're aware.
I'm gonna pause that guy for a bit.
Snorlax goes for protect actually.
Check in on how
I like it.
TFT's going. Nobody died. Hell yeah. 3 win. Hellions not doing me dirty. I'm happy with it. I'll take it. Go for
Yeah, so
2 more real quick. But we'll see.
I really like that play from Brendan. He knows that Snorlax has to be targeted or David risks losing. So he knows that at least one attack will go into the Snorlax. Now, I personally expected her to power into the Coco, but because you're Solvest, you know you can take one. And he also probably guesses that Voltage plus high horsepower won't KO the
Belt is really best for me right
I
now.
might be reading too much into this. We'll have to see what he goes into, but yeah.
I think he wants the belt too.
Cortana comes in. Good switch. It's not threatened by Bisharp in any way.
He did.
Assurance. Oh. Okay, that explains a lot. He doesn't actually have knockoff. He has assurance instead of knockoff. So that's why he went for Iron Head game 1, and that's why he had to go for Earth Power game 2. Because if he goes for Earth Power into Coco, Coco Volt switches into Clefairy, and then Snorlax Belly Drums, it's boosted last. So that's why Kuchesh makes that play. It makes a lot of sense, but Brendan really benefits from it.
So yeah, Brendan played that first turn perfectly. They're avoiding any damage.
I think Cortana should live in Earth Power, but not Sacrifice plus Earth Power.
Turn here for him, and now Cortana's actually in a pretty good spot. Bisharp now can't as easily get to that.
Okay, whatever. It's weird. Weird rolls.
The one play Brendan does have for him to worry about is like a sacrifice. So now the question is, you have no sacrifice here. Into Snorlax.
So good move by Brendan.
Why didn't anyone tell me Hellion was so strong right now?
I'm actually really surprised that Kuchesh chooses to really double into the Snorlax again.
Kind of
It's not
shocked.
that threatening to me. Like, the Cortana honestly feels a bit like a bigger threat, but yeah, maybe it's because of what he brought in the back, or maybe he's just hard read about attack from Cortana, because it's so scary to attack with your Z move here, knowing full well like you might lose your Cortana, just have it go down.
Yeah, probably gonna get the knockout there on the Landers. We did see it in the first game, but Bisharp
So Scorpios full go to play.
switch out. So maybe just a
Need to get to level 6.
Pop.
that Snorlax can so
Snorlax should live this,
knock it out for what?
I think.
As I waste gold. I don't know how to play TFT actually.
It should live this, right? No way. It goes down. Yeah, no way. No way. Yeah.
That might just be a double knockout here as long as high horsepower can actually pull out.
Assuming it, yeah, just KO, just KO. Yeah.
Oh. Doing.
Bisharp sticking around is really difficult.
You're also
right?
running
Because
Hellion.
We know
See,
he
I
has
see
Mence
you.
in the back, right? And we know he needs Mence.
You know what's up.
Again, but he can't really use Mence super well as long as this Bisharp is around. But getting this much damage on it is so nice for sure. Especially like in the last game, David really used Tailwind to press a lot. In this game, he doesn't have Zapdos on the field right now. What that means for the total like state of the game, flow of the game is Mence in the back. Bisharp can sucker punch the Mence. It could plus 1 Iron Head to Coco, but like yeah, I mean it could sucker punch the Mence is the real thing. But we know Mence is one, and sucker punch isn't gonna do very much to Coco anyway. And so yeah, like with that being said, like because his threatening move in this instance is actually Iron Head or Assurance. I don't actually think it's like even though like the damage on Bisharp is still important. Even though like ideally it would have gone down there, but I think it's still good for Brendan here to get the damage on Bisharp. And Cortana has +1 attack, so sorry, the other thing here that's kind of important is number 1, we don't know Cortana's 4th move. They often would run Tailwind, but it also has substitute. But we know that Mence is Tailwind, so I'm not sure what it has. It could also have Sword Stance though, and then Scrap Seems to say you could have Sword Stance or Steel Whip or something. And we also know that because Blaziken's actually slower than Cortana right now, it might be forced to like making a defensive play. Because yeah, you definitely don't want to take +1 safety sword from Blaziken. It's so important in the game. Oh, I wonder, is Spence? Coco! Ooh! There you go. Ooh! Good play by Brandon. I didn't expect that at all. +2. Superpower? Flare Blitz. That's still a very good trade. Even though it's full HP Cortana for 4 HP to Sharp, it's still a very, very good trade for its state of the game, because unlike last game where David could reset his Intimidates, he doesn't have that option anymore. Same Pokemon as last game, but David switches the order. However, David hasn't used the C move and can use that potentially to beat the Mets.
It's just too easy. Nobody said Hellion was broken right now, but
Let's see if it works. I had an idea.
Hellion's broken right now. I don't know what you want me to say. Stream King 1
So
done.
there were 2 good plays there in my opinion. Brendan makes the safer one. That is double. The play that I'm considering. So basically, Kudish is either going to Tailwind here, or he's going to just match move. Sorry, Z move into the Mets. With Zapdos, Blaziken will get pressure attack. What I was thinking you could do is you could actually Sky Drop the Coco and protect Mets, and then that way next turn you could do the thing that we talked about earlier. However, I don't know that the Electrium Z Power
Damn. Can't be beat. That's it. Why didn't anyone just...
So
That's all I'm saying. Someone just mention it next time.
What I mentioned, the play that I mentioned is weak double protects and also
Hellion busted.
so
Gang, gang.
The play that he makes is switching out double intimidate down.
I mean...
On the Blaziken.
A teardrop would be good.
Protect Blaziken.
Blade, but you know, last pick, so...
Switch. Good play. Tailwind?
Yeah.
Z move. Good play from Brandon.
Go ahead and grab her. Probably should get Rail. Higher damage. Higher self.
Yeah, I should take this. Like 50-60% left. Or takes. Yeah. 60%.
Nothing? There we go.
It's still a little bit of an awkward spot though. Like, I don't know, like, because you can't really Volt Switch anymore without the fear of getting sniped on the way in.
Alright. Let's get this shit. Puppy check real quick.
Ooh. Oh, very interesting. I'm really, yeah. So Brendan doesn't care about the damage there on Coco, he cares about not being flinched. He wants to Volt Switch into blacks. Oh! Really good play. Really good play. Really good play. Really, really good play. That was such a good play. So David knew that Coco's main form of damage output there was to Volt Switch into his Blaziken, putting it in range of another attack. So he therefore Thunderbolts the Coco in order to get some damage on the Mets switching in. However, Brendan predicts this, switches blacks out into Mets.
Easy.
Alright, I'll take a -2 rock slide. It's cool. In return, though, I'm going to be asking for your Blaziken. Give me your Blaziken, and he gets it exactly. And the only way that play doesn't work is if Kutech Rockslide crits, or he Thunderbolts into the Lex, which I mean, in some ways makes sense, but no, because Snorlax is protected doesn't make sense actually. So I really like that.
Boom, 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 boom. Shots are fired. The people can't respond.
Sorry, can I read a text I just got? This is from one of my Capella friends. SOS period. WTF is the purpose of Lightning Rod if it can't protect my Azumarill from Thunder. I'm so upset, I thought I just made the biggest brain play of my life by switching in Marowak next to Azumarill on the last turn of Dynamax, and instead I lost. And I said, who thundered you? And I'll give you, type your answers in the comments below. The answer is Duraludon. So I say, so you made a great play, but Duraludon's ability is the only ability. Well, technically, Mold Breaker ignores the damage, but he doesn't need to know that. It's about the redirection that he cared.
Yeah, and Zapdos will double, so we'll see how much it will do to Salamence. Yeah, Salamence, ooh, it actually does take a fair amount. So
yeah, it's a good
Thunderbolt
decent
initially got to Salamence, or the Snorlax switch out to the top of Coco, that could have been really bad.
Yeah, Zapdos can never beat the Coco, and can just Nature Madness,
Absolutely, on that short one, which is so big, I think that's
Let's just see.
So I feel like here's something that people don't talk about that often, or at least I don't see people talk about that often. This position, where you get cheesed out of game 1 or game 2 and then win the other one, right? And she's just kind of a fair game. Like maybe Brendan's got to be feeling like I should have won game 1. No, at least maybe Brendan doesn't feel that way, but I've been in situations where like I lose a game that I feel like I should have won, right? And thinking the set should be over right now. I should have already won, but now I can play a third game. And I actually think that like the two hardest times are like not to tilt when you get unlucky in a game is right after it happens in the second game, and then in the third game as well, because you feel like I already did it, right? I already feel like I've done what I had to do, but now I have to play another game. So yeah, it's a very difficult.
Do I do the bulky thing or the attack greedy thing? Bulk,
Doesn't
baby.
do any damage.
We love bulk. Poppy will never die.
Oh, USMC.
Never, ever.
So if you're Brendan here, I don't know if he adjusts because I don't know. I think I'd probably stick with my plan, but he also can adjust.
Okay, so Nunu needs to move.
Okay, he switches it up. So Brendan has gone off script. I don't remember telling him to use Nidoqueen, but he's adapted by himself. He's the one playing the set, not me, and he adapts and he brings
Lulu.
Nidoqueen.
Not, I'm used to playing fucking brawlers and
Honestly,
shit.
if I'm Brendan here, I'm expecting Zapdos Bisharp every day of the week. Every day of the week, I think it's Zapdos Bisharp up left front because David uses it like he brings it too, one, but it doesn't work, and it feels like Lander is so he says, "All right, I'm gonna call your bluff. You're doing Zapdos Bisharp." What happens? Oh, I was wrong.
So that feels better, I think.
Ground typing's kind of scary. Oh yeah, Blaziken. I like the call though.
Popping off.
Good call. Good call, David. Full switch.
Undy motherfucking feated right now. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on. Come on, team. Y'all don't want him? No. No. Get the fuck out of
Cortana, so
here.
these lax, presumably. Doubles into it. That's very brave. That's very, very brave.
What a jerk.
If you're it
doesn't matter though.
Because like Brendan
Guess
can
who
switch
got
it to
fucking
Mence, for example. Like let's say you Earth Power Needle Queen and do whatever with the Sharp, right? And Sucker Punch or Iron Head or something. If Brendan switches Needle Queen into Mence, you waste your attack, and Cortana KOs Bashar. And on the other hand, if you Earth Power into Cortana and Cortana switches into Mence, then the same situation happens. So it's actually a little bit awkward. And the other interesting dynamic here is that you can protect Bashar.
Let's go.
The same situation can happen, but both Pokemon are capable of triple Landorus as well. So it's actually like really awkward for David. Like he has the momentum, but it kind of feels like falls into his court, right? If Brendan wants to play risky and bring in
Just melt them down, boys. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'll take it. I'm looking for invokers now. And I would really like a Hellion symbol, please and thank you. Any takers? Any takers on that? Would be much appreciated.
That's a huge survival. I don't think I have to tell you guys how big of a survival that is. I think it's literally 1 HP as I recall, but I don't know that for a fact. So don't quote me on that.
Come on. Who is this fool?
Yeah, Landers.
Who is this fool? Whew.
The other thing
Had me scared for a second.
It's kind of more complicated than it looks because, like, if you you need
Goodness
to
for my
Zapdos,
massive, thick,
but, like,
freaking.
speed control is really important, and also like
Poppy.
if Landorus goes down, like let's say you
Let's go.
I don't know, trade Landorus for Mence over the course of the next 2 turns. Like this turn is protect Cortana, Earth Power Cortana, Max Lightning, Jigable Havoc into Mence, it survives, returns to Landorus, and the next turn same thing. Nido Queen becomes extremely dangerous for the end game here because Zapdos probably only has Heat Wave to hit.
Okay, this is where we gotta start playing like a freaking mad lad. I don't need you.
I can't describe how much it tells me that Brendan's using Protect instead of Detect on Cortana. The question is, does David Tailwind or does he Jigable Havoc? I expect Tailwind. It feels... So that changes things. So I was thinking you play to a Nido Queen endgame. Here's the other endgame. If Landorus wants to keep Earth Powering, like if Landorus Earth Powers Cortana and Zapdos Jigable Havoc into Mence, Landorus will never be able. If once it becomes a 2v2, or once there's only 2 Pokemon left on David's side, you can no longer you can never touch Mence again. So that would mean that the only Pokemon that David has is the Blazing. Yeah, you don't really want that.
Oh my god. What have we done?
And like,
what have we done?
Well, I wonder because why didn't he have Detect for that for some point? But yeah, like you might think why Cortana like it's just gonna go down anyway. But the thing is because
Hellion Emblem? You've got to be shitting me right now. We get to do this?
And stalling the tail. He has to call if the Z move comes out here. If he does, he wants to protect against it. If it doesn't, he wants to attack.
We get to do this. And now we get level 9 and put her back in. This is actually fucked. How crazy. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with this exact
Good play.
board.
So it's actually not about Cortana surviving here. It is, but it's about the
Wow.
ability to protect.
4 Mystic though.
Brendan
150 magic resist.
in the game with Nido Queen
I'm a lot of magic damage.
Coco, like both Coco and Cortana get one
Primarily.
power, but if he has the Coco here, he
Let's
doesn't
see.
have to worry
See how we do.
about like if he could stall another turn of Tailwind with Cortana's attack.
Oh no. Oh no. We're losing. It's over. The win streak is over. Well played. It's okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait.
I think it's really okay because we're just trying to get to level 9.
Or what else could it do? What could it do? What could it do? He delayed the tailwind. He delayed the tail. Well, you'll see. You'll see. But that's. I forgot about that. He delays the tailwind here. Holy cow. So sorry. Tailwind is an interesting move because, unlike Trick Room, which cancels if you use it twice, if you use like tailwind doesn't cancel out other tailwind, but using it with like a turn later, then your opponent can give you distinct advantages, which I think we might see pretty soon.
This could be bad.
You know, there's no way. It doesn't. There's no way it dies from power, right? Landers is so weak.
Good God.
Oh, I see the
Thanks,
end game.
Timo.
That's actually so good. I see the end game.
Thanks, Timo. Yeah, you sit down, little guy. You're only in first because of a fluke. This man's skirmisher build. Alright. You're the obvious pick for me. Someone else is running you though.
There's one turn left of David's
Don't be a
tailwind and
bitch.
two left of
Oh.
Brendan's.
Oh, you guys are
This
too
is
kind.
a really awkward spot for
Truly.
David because like sure like you could Earth Power Rock Slide here.
Truly. Just kind individuals.
Oh, I'm not even tell you. You can just watch. I know what happens. That's actually genius.
You just save gold. What do we need? What do we need? 72. We'll need 70 on the next turn.
I'm actually
2, 4, 7. Puts me at eating. Oh god, there's no way on the next turn.
I'll tell you about why this is so good out.
We'll have to do it on 6-1 probably.
Actually critical.
Might take another loss here, but
Checkmate.
good. We're doing fine.
Oh, we
Wow, bad placement for your freaking Mystic. Freaking homegirl. I need your name.
So you guys remember a couple turns ago when I was talking about protect stalling tailwind, saving Coco
Yeah.
versus saving Cortana? It wasn't about saving protect there. Brendan created a guaranteed win condition, I think.
Gwen.
Pretty close to it.
And he had his
Blaziken's
Gwen all the way over
first
here.
turn,
Like,
and
don't.
Lander is locked into
Why
Earth
you
Power,
do
can't
that?
touch Menace, right? So
It seems
in this
sad
position,
for your
right,
Gwen.
that Brendan's in now, he always returns to
63 and
Blaziken.
72.
However,
Son of a
if
bitch.
Coco was alive instead of Cortana, it becomes a little tricky because if David hard reads this play and goes for Earth
No
into
Timo.
Immense, instead intentionally not taking a
Come on,
KO,
give me the Timo.
reading the switch from Nido Queen into Coco, in this case it would be Coco instead of Cortana, then it actually puts Brendan in a little bit of a weird situation where he can't use the last turn tailwind. However, with this position, David needs a double protect to win it even then. Or like in this position, if he Earth Powers into Immense to intentionally not take a KO, it doesn't matter. Cortana with one turn of tailwind it still has the Bloom Doom, which it hasn't used yet, to be able to pick up the KO onto the Lander. So it's a very that decision that he made of saving Coco versus sacking Coco versus saving the 1 HP Cortana changes everything.
Too much sauce.
Tailwind ends.
2 1v1.
This is where the delayed Brendan played the whole game into this position where he has one turn
Ah,
left
shit, I should have held some
and
gold.
David doesn't.
Oh well. He's smarter than I am, okay? He's better at this game. It's fine. I'm gonna beat him still. You know why? I know a thing or two about placing people in different random freaking
It's hard
spots.
to win this. It's not guaranteed. What David needs here is double protect Blaziken. He always loses Lander, so he can't stop that. So double protect Blaziken into Rock Slide Flinch Nido Queen into Flare Blitz crit. And maybe he doesn't need the crit Flare Blitz. Goes to the double, fails. It's guaranteed. I love how happy here it is. Oh, my heart. I feel bad for David because he played really well, but Brendan was totally out of his mind this set. Oh, it makes me so happy.
He placemented the shit out of me. Oh, and I didn't put any of my other things on there. Damn, that was bad. That was really bad. Okay. But yeah.
It was so good.
Not enough cayenne pepper and love that place again. Unable to be the hot chicken that it needed to be and get the double protect. I think if that happened, we could have had a much tenser final turn of the game. Yeah, but that tone where he takes the game from Hanabi Salman, sets up the tailwind, and then even later when maneuvering the Nido Queen around to be on the field.
That's me. I think we're going to. Oh. Oh my god, I got a little emotional. I'm not gonna lie. I remember feeling such pride for him in this moment. I have that shirt. It's actually fine. Oh, I'm actually. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little emotional. Like I was so proud. Obviously I'm biased, right? And yeah, like obviously I'm biased. We're not gonna pretend that I'm not biased.
We're gonna go back and forth.
Nothing against Pritesh. I think he's a really nice guy. I don't know. I was like.
Not going down without a fight.
Because Brendan, kind of against all odds, maintains composure and pushes like some incredible gameplay. Like I think that if Pokemon were bigger, people would study it and
there
be
we
like
go.
And breaking it down and say, okay, here's the position. What are the perfect?
Where you at,
Brendan
motherfucker?
doesn't have that luxury. He's making his moves in about 30 seconds per turn, right? And not only that, but the pressure that's on him is immense. I don't want to understate that. Brendan really wants to talk about the World Championships here in the Masters division. I don't believe he topped that in 2017. He really wants to top cut and do, be in your elimination match, right? That's enough pressure on its own, especially like when you feel like your matchup is not good, right? When you've already lost the first in the game, right? And when game one doesn't go your way, to maintain to stay collected and to
it ain't over.
Excellently, I think given the full context, that's why this is I think my favorite.
I need her.
Brendan displays almost.
If he gets her, he's gonna take her. The son of a bitch.
A really deep understanding of Pokemon, and I don't know. He plays out of his mind.
Swooped. Let's go.
Right. Not to mention he played
Okay.
day one. He played between 7 and 9 rounds day one, and then this is his 7th round day two. So potentially he's played. If it took him 9 rounds day one, which it may have, that's his 16th set of Pokemon. Even in the best case scenario, it's his 14th set of Pokemon. Meaning he's played at least 30 games of Pokemon over the 2 days, which is exhausting. And this is the end of the 2nd day. So, yeah. So he wins the match and top cuts the World Championships, and I don't know. I was and am really proud of him. So, this is a bit longer than I intended. I actually really hungry. I was gonna I'll eat beforehand, but then I was like, oh.
Fuck this dude. What the fuck?
I think that's all I want to say. I thought that it would be nice to share with you all kind of this set that brings me a lot of joy to watch. I actually haven't. I didn't realize it was online. Actually, Jake, who's here as well, was able to find this match here and they showed me where it was. So thank you to him as well for sharing it with me, so I could share it with you all.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a really great set of Pokemon, and between two very high level, very.
I've never seen that before.
So, yeah, the whole thing is just phenomenal in my opinion, and in my opinion. But I like it a lot. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Real YouTubers share their stories. This is a story about a tournament last year. I want you to know I truly don't, I normally plan the first line and a half and then the rest of it I make up, so if I ever sound confused during the second half of the intro, that's why. Anyway, what's going on? I come bearing messages. Okay. If the recording ends, Ren lives with me.
You're not able to read me.
Plug it in. Anyway, hello. I'm close to the mic. This is Wolfglick speaking into the mic. Hello, this is your captain speaking. Today we're facing tailwinds of about 300, stories. I don't know how this stuff works. What was I saying? Okay, anyway, so I was thinking about what to report, and I came to the conclusion I was going through my idea list, so I thought I could share a story about how I became the 3-time U.S. Nationals-ish, tournament-ish winner. I say ish because the title of the tournament changed in 2016, as I recall, or 2017. The title of the tournament changed. Back in the day, we used to have these tournaments called nationals. They were for certain like countries, I guess, but like anyone could participate. So like, for example, you could be from Germany and still go to France's nationals. So we had U.S. nationals. That was what it was called for many years, and I won the event in 2011 and 2012. No footage exists from 2012, but I could react to the 2011 one if you all are interested. The first time I won nationals. And yeah, then it changed in 2017 and onwards to the International Championship. So rather than having the U.S. Nationals, that became the North American International. And whereas before there were like a bunch of different nationals, they kind of got like Europe itself had 5 nationals, as I recall back in the day. Spain, France.
Oh yeah, I changed at the very end now because you're a dick and you seem to be changing faster than I can try to change. So I'm gonna keep doing that.
They got consolidated into 4 internationals throughout.
Why? I'm trying to wing. I'm too close to not win.
Then Australia is normally second, which is in Melbourne or Sydney, depending. And then the European one was in London, I think.
Alright, where you at?
Berlin was also supposed to be 2 times, but only once because the
You're
second one
moving?
got canceled. And then the last one's
Where are you going?
Columbus or Indianapolis.
It's gonna change. You give
So yeah,
up?
anyway, that's kind of the backstory. So now we have these
Yeah,
4
5 seconds left.
So I won this tournament.
I whipped your ass the last time you did the same formation. Alright.
11 and 12, and then North American Internationals.
Thanks.
In 2019, I won it 3 times. And one of the times I won last year was a Pokemon that was not very popular in the current format. Again, the opponent was also a Pokemon that was not super popular in the current format. Hang on. 2019.
It's kind of you to make this easy like that. Don't change it again. I want to do this nice and easy.
So I'm messaging Aaron Trailer here. Aaron Trailer.
You have 23 seconds to adjust. Don't do a damn thing.
Yeah, basically, so the team was pretty cool. I'm having trouble remembering the specifics of the metagame, except that I remember that Xerneas is like broken. I don't remember the specific. Like I don't remember everything about. Like I remember all the sets and stuff. You guys want to join? Okay, that's fine.
I'm watching you.
I remember all the sets, but I don't remember the specific decision we made. However,
this guy.
Like in regards to building.
This guy.
But yeah. So anyway.
Oh, he got it back! What the fuck? How you do that?
There's like a bit of a backstory here. So now I already mentioned Aaron Trailer. We're not gonna watch this whole match, but basically like Aaron and Graham, who's my final opponent, played during day 1.
Yo.
We'll just like click through it really quickly, but like basically.
That was good. That was fun.
Mega Medicham is a Pokemon that has never been respected by anyone.
He quit. Didn't even give me another GG. Whatever.
Mega Medicham.
That was a good round.
Like yeah. Yeah, for better or for worse. So Graham took it all the way to the finals. I guess.
There you go. Go Hellion.
But yeah, basically, so Graham played Aaron.
Easy.
Day one round.
Make sure my dog's not doing stupid shit. I'll be right back.
Shorty ends up beating him. Like,
Watch
I
Wolfie
don't know
do cool shit.
He basically 2-0's Aaron as I recall. He wins game 1, and then he wins game 2 as well. So, yeah, he wins both games. So, what that means is that the Aaron, who I built the team with and was using an identical team to me, has played my finals opponent and lost to him. However, that also means that I had a lot of information going into the finals, and I had a lot more time to prep because, basically, like I had like time to prep on like Aaron, who was going in with no information. Like, information is really important. I believe Graham had Timid Kyogre, as I recall, and Assault Vest Tapu Koko and Mega Medicham, and like Lunala could have a bunch of different moves. It could be Trick Room. Like you never really knew. So, yeah, as I recall, he was Tailwind, Moongeist Beam, Wide Guard, and something else. I don't remember the last one. Psyshock, I think. Yeah, because he had Leyland, so that makes sense. Anyway, so that's kind of a bit of the backstory. So this is the final match. I'm going up against Graham. And first of all, I want to give a shout out to Graham. He does have a YouTube channel. He's a really nice guy. I definitely recommend you check him out. So yeah, if you want to see more of Graham, because he does build creative teams, obviously he took Mega Medicham, which is a really unorthodox Pokemon, a Pokemon that hasn't really had much success before or after him. I would definitely recommend you check him out because yeah, Like he's a super nice guy. I did a collab with him somewhat recently, so if you want more content with me, you can also check it out on his channel. So I'll link that in the comments down below. I'll put in that comment. But yeah, super nice guy. But I didn't know him that well at the time. I'd played him once before I was in Australia in 2018 after I graduated, and I went to a regional there. I was in Australia just to travel because I figured I was going to be working and I wouldn't know when I could like take.
New influencer scams. New Jay Aubrey video. About influencer
Hello guys
scams.
and gals, me Mudahar, and I am angry.
Why are all of these fucking influencers doing this, dude?
I want to bring attention to a scheme that has been growing in popularity amongst YouTubers.
Yeah, he's Jabri is a Hasanabi head. Wonderful, brilliant essayist on YouTube.
The hottest, newest coin of 2021 is Dingcoin.
Save the kids coin.
Milk token,
family nipple token. I know I haven't posted in a while.
Guys, this has gone so beyond social media drama at this point. Like, there's legal implications for these guys.
Aren't you guys supposed to be playing video games?
Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
How did this whole thing start? How did it end up
sweating.
here?
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. His shirt is like paper thin. It's like wax paper. Sorry, Chad. I'm so sorry. I only know how to react to politics, man. It's gonna be tough for me.
This is me, straight up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We're all being kicked out. I'm sorry.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
Like everyone but me, right?
No, see what?
If there's one thing YouTubers love, it's delivering consistently quality content to their adoringly dedicated audiences. Oh wait, no, it's money. At this point, the term influencer may as well just be synonymous with forcing thousands of fans to wait outside in the California heat as you charge them $70 for condoms. Right, Tana? I give. It's just like I never get. I mean, after locking a fake wedding with Jake Paul behind a $50 paywall, who else to trust with your finances than a stand-up gal like Tana Mongoose?
And I looked at my teacher and I go, "You're a bitch!" And she was like, and all the parents were like,
I fucking hate her.
Which is why it makes total sense for Tana to promote only the most lucrative and promising cryptocurrencies on the market, Titscoin. A coin she created herself with the aim of putting money into your pocket, or something along those lines.
I believe my ownership in Titscoin just bought me this beautiful Rolls Royce. Get yours now.
Let's see what the coin is worth now, shall we? Oh, hey, that's a big drop. So unless you bought in here and sold off exactly here, something tells me you aren't exactly pushing a Rolls Royce right now. But since early 2021, it seems just about every influencer and celebrity in the book has developed a keen sense for the crypto.
Was that what's her name from the fucking shit?
market?
Nickel is an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain, including deflationary and frictionless
Carol Baskin, sorry.
yield mechanics.
Begging the question of what does someone like Kim Kardashian, who once wore mirrored sunglasses to a poker game, know about the complicated world of trading Ethereum Max? Well, that's something I want to figure out today. But just in case you're new to any of this, I think it's best if we start from the beginning.
You want me to turn the volume down a little bit? So you can hear me talk?
Now to a wild ride on Wall Street that seems to have just come right out of the blue this morning.
All this whining by Wall Street, it's making me sick.
Several large hedge funds were severely wounded in the process.
There's nothing normal about what you're seeing when it comes to this stock right now.
Crazy. They call this insane. 700% this month. Now, GameStop is worth over $10 billion at last count.
Palantir, we don't know where they're doing, but I actually think, Herb, that they're smarter than we think.
After hemorrhaging sales for the past decade and having its corpse pissed on by a literal plague, the declining game retailer GameStop took an unexpected turn when its stock value skyrocketed to a whopping record of $487 per share in January of 2021. After being dead in the water for the past however many years, no analyst could have ever seen this coming. So why did it happen? Now, I'm no expert when it comes to stocks or money in general for that that matter. I just dropped 124 bucks on Kanye merch for an album that isn't even out yet. But I do know that when a company is destined to fail, there will be those who try and make a little money on the way out, which is exactly what happened with GameStop. Powerful Wall Street hedge funds filled with former frat guys were essentially betting on GameStop's inevitable failure. They were shorting it. To put it in the most simple terms possible, the more money the company lost, the more money went into the pockets of conniving Wall Street investors. It happens constantly, only this time, a third party happened to intervene. Reddit.
A new generation of investors using their phones.
Fueled by the Wall Street Bets group on Reddit.
It's been a wake-up call, in their words.
The investment subreddit Wall Street Bets quickly picked up on just how much shorting was going on. Not just with GameStop, but AMC Theaters and BlackBerry, to name a few more. That's when they realized just how much chaos they could cause if they collectively chose to pump these failing companies higher in value. So the 3 million Redditor army quickly began buying up as many shares as possible, causing the markets to implode, turning a decent profit and fucking over greedy hedge funds in the process. It's beautiful, really. I can't even be mad. Suddenly, Discord moderators from all over the country were able to spoil their hopefully of-age kittens with illustrious earnings pocketed from pumping stocks like Nokia. But seeing so many elite Wall Street crooks crying on national television made it all worth it.
I got a great idea. Ban social networks to talk about buying short stocks. Right, that's
Isn't that censorship? Is this Fox News?
Right.
If you logged on to anything that day, you'd see regular investors, kids even, actually getting rich off stocks at the expense of powerful entities. And the sooner you got on board, the bigger return you made.
I have a kid who bought a house. He made $50,000 and bought a house.
Leaving everyone in the nearby vicinity on the hunt for the next big meme stock to get behind. And I have a feeling you know what they landed on.
Well, now,
The Doge Father.
okay, Doge Father.
Created as a joke in 2013, the cryptocurrency Dogecoin surged nearly 800% after Tesla CEO Elon King of the Neckbeards Musk tweeted this image on January 28, 2021. Maybe out of spite for Bitcoin or just to have some market manipulation fun, Elon quickly became the face of the Doge movement, as evident by the replies to any of his tweets.
By the way, I never invested in any of this shit. I never invested in any of it. I don't know how this shit works. I don't understand it. I don't trust it. I don't invest in any of it. What? Well, that's the point. If the people that create it don't know how it works, why would I put my money in it? Like, I just don't put my money. I don't. You know what I invest in? Real estate. That's what I invest in. Well, I've already told them I was a landlord.
Wait, if anyone believes in Elon after he clowned everyone on Doge, like, you're a sucker. That guy completely took your money.
Oh yeah. A landlord that provides free housing. Huh? How about that? How about that for a plot twist?
Fucking owned you.
Believe it or not, I actually owned a tiny bit of Doge myself at the very beginning of the year until selling it before the peak of 7 cents, which later rose to a grand 70 cents in May. So if I had held my original investment,
There's no ad. Okay.
Be rich, but it's cool, it's fine. I'm not mad at all. Like, why do you ask? But then again, if the value of an entire currency can be leveled by...
How do you know there's an ad coming? Did you pre-watch this? Oh, okay.
Single tweet from Grimes' husband, you probably shouldn't be pouring your life savings into it. All that to say that...
In order to avoid controversy, he's pre-watched this 30 seconds ahead in that room to make sure that there's no blood in a video about crypto. Oh, nudity. It was about... I don't know.
Admittedly, putting money into Dogecoin or any other crypto that does not contain actual utility is more or less...
Just to make sure there's no bare-chested women in a video about cryptocurrency. I mean, it's true. I guess you're right.
just gamble. Which isn't bad on its own, but being aware of this reality is crucial so you don't make any super brash decisions that hurt you financially.
He's got a tank out here running through the fucking artillery.
Was a rare
behind
event,
him.
a fluke that
Love
left
it.
early investors rich
Love it.
and gave everyone else a case
kind of the dream.
FOMO, the fear of missing out in the future. Could lightning really strike twice? What if something like Doge happens again? That is exactly the question many celebrities and influencers have.
This is how you do it, folks. You take that money and you fold it in half and you put it in your pocket. That's how you make money. Okay? Don't buy into this shit.
Have been quick to take advantage.
Such a dad thing to say. That's my dad. My dad told me.
It's early. If it is a Ponzi, get in on the ground floor.
But I'll tell you what isn't a scam. The incredibly generous deal you can get with the Atlas VPN. Ever get annoyed at the hundreds of shows and movies that are locked out of your country's Netflix? I know.
Oh shit, this is the ad. I gotta skip this. Hold on. We good.
Oh shit, this is the ad.
To change your password.
Let me get out of it. Hold on, let me try to figure out where.
He was warned and he got so into it.
British guy.
He was like,
which featured the
oh shit.
Shiba Inu dog. Now there's Catcoin, which was thought up by no one other than Carol Baskin.
It's not a currency. We call it a purrency.
That's right, the owner of Big Cat Carol Rescue, who found fame through Netflix's Tiger King, is getting into the crypto craze.
I feel like they nerfed Nightbringers so hard. This can go.
Yeah, so remember that painfully unlikable character from Tiger King?
Yes.
The other one. No, the other one. The other one. There we go. Carol Baskin, who absolutely did not and would never dream of killing her husband, has taken a rather surprising plunge into the crypto space with her own spin on Dogecoin, aptly dubbed
Dawnbringer or
Catcoin,
fucking
or Scatcoin, as
Assassinator.
I keep reading it. Not the most genius marketing, but that's to be expected considering everything about this project seems about as rushed and unplanned as possible. I'm sure it's all just a coincidence that Catcoin hit the market only 3 days before Doge was expected to reach record highs thanks to Elon's SNL performance. Big Cat Rescue says it will also launch non-fungible tokens in the next 2 weeks. With
I still don't know what the fuck fungible. I don't know what an NFT is. I've had a million people tell me what it means. I still don't understand it. I don't get it.
future plans including a Big Cat metaverse for virtual visits with the cats. With virtual visits? Can you not already watch live streams of tigers online for free? What? Never. At least the NFTs sound promising. You know, hopefully we get to see more of this oddly sexual furry art style in the future. Gonna make me act up.
God damn the bulk. He already has affiliates.
Maybe it's lucrative.
It's over.
You never know, right? I want to keep my options open, right? You know, you never know.
Any of this makes it a scam. Maybe Carol
He
actually
ate
has
me.
hopes of her own cat
I hate it when
going
that
to the
happens.
moon one day. Obviously not today, as it's been hitting record lows since May 19th. Make sure you know that you could lose money. Yeah, no fucking kidding. But as stated in an interview with CNN, Carol is still deeply concerned about the volume of US dollars that are being printed and distributed with nothing to back them up.
I
Which is
mean,
a lot
at
of
this
words
point,
for
I
a
feel
former
like I
Dancing
should
with
just
the
be
Stars
gone.
contestant, but still actually pretty sound
Dawnbringer.
reasoning on its face. With every crypto transaction being
Just be
sent
like,
and received through the extremely secure digital ledger,
I
some
might
say
do that.
blockchain
We'll see.
technology
We'll see.
may actually
I don't
reimagine the way
freaking
we use
spat
funds.
too
The need
soon.
for
What if we
banks
get
may
another
one
spat?
day be a thing of the past. But I can promise
Then I'd
you
have
this,
two.
the future of finance will hardly be changed by a project like Scatcoin. Tokens like Bitcoin and Ethereum are always going to reign supreme thanks to their high volume and name recognition, not to mention the slew of real-life international projects they've already been attached to
Feeling
for
good
years.
on
So
a
I wouldn't exactly be
Wednesday.
banking on some random fringe token spontaneously.
Wait, is this guy saying you should bank on, not bank on the fringe tokens, but bank on the other token that is just bigger and more reputable or has more name recognition, but we also don't understand why that is a thing? Is that what he's saying?
Is that a lie?
Bank on
Right?
the
I get
other
nothing
ones that we
different.
don't
What the
get.
hell?
Because they're more popular? Is that what he's saying?
Conjured up by a hacked TV star.
Oh, because Carol Baskin's coin is, who the fuck created Bitcoin? Like,
Speaking of Kanye West's wife, or ex-wife, or new wife, I have no idea anymore. But I can't say I see anything wrong with Kim K sharing her abundant crypto wisdom with a following of 248 million? Only a slight responsibility there, you think? But at least she's out here promoting one of the more mainstream tokens, Ethereum Max. What the fuck is Ethereum Max? Oh, okay, so it's literally just a blatant scam. Don't be confused with the more popular coin.
Alright. We're doing okay.
So people get confused and think the two are somehow associated. When
Oh, hey, he's got the other.
fact, according to CoinDesk,
I'm about to
Ethereum
poach
Max
your whole
requires
unit.
very little technical
Sorry,
skill
bud.
to make, which is alarming enough on its own. But you really think Kim Kardashian's following of millennial white women know that? They're just gonna take her endorsement at face value because she's
right
Kim
now.
Kardashian, a literal billionaire whose word will naturally be placed on a pedestal just by
Hey, there's two of both of those. I'm sitting pretty.
Don't even.
Okay, one
will not
blade's
take
left.
this
Two. Oh, there was 3 blades. Oh
Kim
my gosh.
Kardashian's name on this broadcast. I'm
I
just gonna
swear.
say that right now.
I swear.
All right.
proxy of being Kim Kardashian.
Whatever.
This is not
I wanted the
financial
belt
advice. Look, okay. Online, nothing ever good comes after those words. I wonder who exactly these friends of hers are and how much they must be paying her for this story post. Because the way this thing reads, there's no way there wasn't a fat wad of cash behind it. In reality, it's difficult for crypto experts to say how a project like Ethereum Max even works, both on account of how new it is and how the Emacs website only contains intentionally vague buzzwords under the community perks tab. See, they don't show you the whole graph either, right? Like, this looks fine until you go to the all-time section, and oh, hey, it's worthless. And it's not like they're the most transparent about the developers or the team behind this project either. Another glaring red flag to take note of. Because with less faces attached to the project, the less chance of scrutiny and potential blowback down the line. The only faces I can see are those of household names like Kim K and Floyd Mayweather, who already scammed about 1 million people into paying for a fake boxing match with the guy from Law and Order. Legalized bank robbery.
Oh boy.
Can't argue there. These are
Too
people being
fast.
paid anywhere from 6 to 7 figures per
Night night bring
sponsorship.
everything
What
a whack ass combination I got going on. Need ironclad or something.
Wealthy that they don't need to do it. Okay, they literally is just like pure greed and pure neglect and malice for their fucking fan bases, which is precisely what I was saying in the video or in the audio that Jay Aubrey used in the beginning of the fucking video here.
Reports. I mean, Floyd didn't exactly disclose he was being paid for wearing an Emacs shirt, but it wouldn't be the first.
What he said. Hey, Cash App.
Time he's left out that key detail, now would it? When he was fined over $600,000 by the SEC in 2018 for promoting some random token called Centro, which shockingly turned out to be a fraud. The creator of that little number got locked up for 8 years after advertising fake partnerships with Visa and MasterCard, so just keep that in mind when hearing about certain crypto ventures from dudes who spent their entire careers getting socked in the head. Chances are many celebrities wouldn't be doing this type of promo if there wasn't something substantial in it for them. A pretty grim prospect when you consider who exactly these people are affecting. Their fans, who are not multi-billionaires. Loyal supporters are being duped into thinking their investment is going
They could be, that's all I'm saying.
to make them rich, when really all they're doing is maxing out their losses. But the Ethereum maxing out. Never. Openly playing with someone's livelihood is just sick, and to be at that level of financial freedom and still have the gall to treat your audience like piggy banks is just grotesque, with some of them being more obvious than others.
Alright, boys, listen. You guys are in the crypto space. It's the whole field.
What would a good pump and dump scheme be without a literal actual convicted criminal at the forefront? Jordan Belfort, a former Wall Street goon who continues to ride off the popularity of his Scorsese film in a last-ditch effort to cling onto any sense of remaining relevance he can.
You have an oral contract with your management, the Fordham Company. Is that an attempt to hide your income?
Next question. I think you can air what you want here out of this interview. It's done.
In addition to befriending other non-fraudsters, he's also got a TikTok.
If you hate capitalism that much, then why don't you move to Venezuela? But take a piece of fucking bread with you, because you have to wait in line 1 week to get one.
Wow, badass, dude. You ripped families apart in the 90s and continue to fuck over your annoying fans on Twitter via half-baked crypto schemes? The American dream in action. Literally, the very real plot of the movie consisted of Jordan and his team of gargoyles manipulating regular, naive people into buying niche penny stocks they knew full well would underperform and in turn make them rich. He is a genuine con man and has gone to prison for his practices. Yet people will still listen to him on random fucking coins like Moon Boys? Moon Boys? Like, what even is that, dude?
What's his view about the Moon Boys?
Now is the time. Institutions are pouring in.
It's just annoying to see otherwise extremely privileged and well-off celebrities so shamelessly jeopardizing the financial states of their fans if it means making a quick buck. But it doesn't just end with giant names like Kim Kardashian. Remember what I was saying earlier about YouTubers?
Chilling in my Lambo, stacking crypto.
How the fuck did we get here? After not posting for an entire year, the notorious doyen, heartthrob, and blackface enthusiast Bart Baker made his sudden return to Instagram with a jarring music video promotion of the fringe crypto coin Polydoge. Not to be confused with Dogecoin that everyone and their grandma knows about today. See, just like Ethereum Max, the name Polydoge is derived from a far more successful crypto endeavor. In a sinister attempt to trick the average buyer into thinking this must somehow be related to
Damn.
Dogecoin. It isn't.
I am one tapping freaking Gargus at 3-star and freaking Nunu at 2-star.
Your remaining handful of fans into thinking it'll grow by 1,000 times. And let me tell you, since this video was posted, it hasn't. But it's not the price alone that determines whether or not a coin is a scam. A big factor includes its volume, or the sum total of actual trades taking place. The volume of a coin is typically a good indicator of how much general interest a project has. The higher the volume, the easier it is to trade and make money. For example, the volume of Bitcoin is around 30 billion, with Ethereum at 23 billion. Even Doge is still sitting around 1 billion today. So to put it simply, a coin with especially low volume is basically worthless regardless of the actual token price. And when we look at Polydoge, a project with barely any information on it whatsoever, it's no surprise the volume is so staggeringly low compared to the
guys, I'm very limited in my react abilities. Okay, this is outside of my realm of expertise, over my pay grade.
Come on.
Way over my pay grade, okay?
I
studied up and prepared for talks of vaccination mandates today. That's what I was prepared for. Okay, I need another 20 minutes to study up on crypto.
Billions I just mentioned. Hardly anyone cares about this coin because nobody knows about it, which is why developers and scammers need influencers. Maybe not Bart Baker specifically, since I can't prove he's been paid to promote Polydoge.
But I literally had one argument. Yeah, it's because it's the only argument that you need. It's not that complicated. It's not that complicated. One argument, terror explosion. Okay? You know what? Take a seat for a second. How do you X this shit out? How do you X this shit out? Okay.
It's at least very clear to see the volume rise on the same day Bart had a popular tweet blasting Elon and promoting the coin in the same breath. The influx in volume is what particularly gives scammers
that's what Joe Biden's doing.
Chance to dump their coins and make a profit. Again, I have no way of proving Bart's involvement in the project or his real intentions here. But to me, it's still pretty questionable any way you look at it, as Polydoge has been hitting record lows in recent months. It's certainly not uncommon for giant names to promote potential Ponzi schemes for the sake of obtaining the best.
So my question is this: how do you, on one breath, you say that like Joe Biden can barely stand up straight, and needs to go to bed at 7 o'clock to wake up for the early bird special, and like is on a breathing machine, but then on the other hand, he's like some super powerful authoritarian dictator. Which one is it? You know, I'm sorry. A little stun locked here, but I'm just curious.
Okay, you put 40,000 bucks into Safe Moon. You made a big production out of it. I think Safe Moon is down a little bit since then. But where are you on Safe Moon now? I mean, you ever gonna sell?
Was that a euphemism? I'm down 50%, Stuart. Not a little bit, I'm down 50%. No, I'm never gonna sell. This man has diamond hands, and I said I was doing it for the long term. So it's been a little rocky road, but that's the nature of the beast when you get involved with these type of coins. Safe Moon will eventually land on the moon, and I'll be there to throw a yacht party when it does. But it's down.
Yeah, and it stayed down. But the good news is, if you were to ask this guy if he thinks it could be a scam, he wouldn't even lie to you.
The answer is Safe Moon. Safe Moon is now in the Dave Portnoy business and vice versa. Why? I don't know fucking why. It could be a Ponzi scheme. I like the word moon because that's where I want to go.
I don't think that all these celebrities who
What
make
the fuck? I
headlines
like the
in
word
crypto
moon.
market are really helping. You know, Elon Musk sends the thing up and down all over the place. You've done that too. You've made headlines. You are a celebrity, and you've made some headlines, but you've whipsawed a lot of investors. I don't think you celebrities saying this kind of thing are doing that much good for the market in the long run.
When I made my Safe Moon, it jumped and then it comes back down. I agree with you. That is not a super long-term impact unless you stick with it over the long term.
But it turns out Safe Moon may not be as safe as you think. See, like many of the tokens we have and will continue to discuss today, Safe Moon was developed with one purpose. Gamble. Safe Moon adds nothing to the world. It isn't meant to. Putting $100 into it is like buying a $100 lottery ticket. Sure, it might be fun and the low price may draw you in, but that's where it really gets you. The so-called potential it has to make you rich.
All right, so let's say you invest only like $30, right? So you take that $30 times the current value of this coin right now, and you get about roughly 19 million coins.
What?
So let's say this thing goes up to about just 1 cent. Your potential almost $200,000.
Now, what this TikTok man doesn't tell you is that in order for Safe Moon to reach 1 penny, that would make the market cap of Safe Moon $6 trillion, triple the entire crypto market. So it sounds like super simple, would break crypto.
It's not going anywhere. Good to know. But it's not like any of that matters to Dave Portnoy over here. He's promoting it on Fox News solely so he can move the markets like Elon. I mean, he fucking said it.
I think Musk is manipulating the market, and I think you're doing exactly the same thing.
I wish I could do it to the degree that Elon does it. I wish I had his power. There's no doubt he's manipulating it, and I wish I could to the degree he does.
Can we just take some time to acknowledge that $40,000 is only worth about 0.03% of Dave Portnoy's entire net worth? So if he loses that, he'll just make it back in a day. I mean, the dude hasn't exactly been coy about losing $700K on similar ventures in the past. It's almost like the guy who brought us the worst podcast in the world isn't the wealth of knowledge his chud fans think he is.
You know goddamn well you gave him chlamydia and you were gonna go up to him and be like, I cannot believe you gave me the clap, you dirty motherfucker. How could you do this to me?
Why would you do this to me?
Wow,
and then they don't know what to do because if you, I mean, girls, it works.
If you follow any rap pages on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram, you may know a little bit about...
I've never had chlamydia.
What the hell?
Aiden Ross, the 20-year-old Twitch streamer whose content mostly consists of enthusiastic screaming into a microphone. Despite posting since approximately 2014, Aiden's Twitch saw a rapid growth in early 2020 when he befriended fellow streamer and son of LeBron James, Bron. By betting thousands of dollars on games of NBA 2K, Aiden quickly grabbed the attention of huge audiences and built his platforms up to a total of 1.85 million subscribers on YouTube, 2.1 million followers on Instagram, and 4.8 million on Twitch, where he routinely plays video games, freestyles along popular rappers, and chats with fellow content creators.
I'm famous now, and I'm famous. Yo, you're in trouble. Why? That crypto shit.
Damn.
Was that in real time? I've seen this video. Was it in real time?
Those people look so sketched out.
Oh shit, it was.
On May 26th of 2021, Aiden Ross became amongst many prevalent online figures to promote a cryptocurrency scam to his fans. One by the name of MILF Token. Yeah, I know, it's very funny, very funny. See, as long as you give it a little quirky name, you can get away with promoting anything, right? After being paid what was confirmed to be a total of $200,000 for a single sponsorship, many began to question the intentions behind that of a coin like MILF. Or, we could just ask Aiden himself what he thinks.
That, by the way, that MILF token shit I did a while back, I already told you guys, don't buy that shit. I got paid a bag to do that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. I hope none of you guys actually bought it.
That's right. Just mere weeks after going
Evil
in front of an
fucking
audience of
laughter.
75,000 teenage hype beasts, Aiden clarified he had been paid a fat bag for the promo, and that he hopes none of his fans had actually bought into it. A complete 180 on the sentiment we heard from him during the actual promo.
But yeah, let me go ahead and buy a MILF real quick. Buy some MILF. Here you go. I'm gonna buy some MILF, and I'm gonna basically.
I thought he was gay.
Buy some MILF, and it's MILF, and basically, what does it mean? Insufficient sons. All right. How do I buy the MILF?
Okay, so basically, go to the website, click buy on Uniswap.
Uh huh.
Alright, click buy on Uniswap on the website.
Yeah.
Click.
Yeah.
Just now USDC, select the token, click USDC.
After a seemingly brain-dead admission of guilt, it didn't take long for bigger streamers to smell blood in the water. Creators Ethan Klein and
boy.
Hiker were quick to level critique against Aiden. And soon enough...
Dude, look at the picture he uses of you. What's that, Bookover? What?
Holy shit, what the fuck did you cook? Bro, that's like 3 chickens.
Not good, very bad. Okay, I need to reposition.
Why are you fucking wearing shoes in my house, dude?
Oh, because they match my fit.
Oh my.
Can I go pee now?
God, yeah, you can go pee. You can
My
do
off
whatever
duty.
you want.
Look at everybody. Write about this on Twitter. Hassan Piker
The
exploiting us
two would
in show
confront the
labor.
20-year-old in a bizarre, confusing...
Wait, where's the fucking...
blood in the water. Creators
Go back.
Ethan Klein and
Yeah,
Hasanabi.
there you-
You son of a bitch!
You know he got that from OK Buddy.
It should be illegal for YouTubers to be Hasanabi heads or be aware of community memes. Okay? There, I said it. If you're in here right now, dude, not Jay Aubrey, but just like anyone else, if you're like a fucking essayist and you're in here like, haha, this is pretty funny, stop using this photo.
It's funny as fuck.
My girlfriend administers vaccines to people and she says all the hogs are wearing American flag pins, 1776 shirts, and sobbing as they get their vaccines because their work told them to get it. Imagine thinking you'd be a revolutionary, cry over a safe vaccine. Also, George Washington inoculated his troops too, so, you know, that I'm sure his revolutionaries were crying back then too, like, George, don't make me. Don't make me do this vaccine, George. Oh, not stop using the photo? Yeah, that's someone's first time seeing me. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? Who is this Hasanabi guy?
Hiker were quick to level critique against Aiden. And soon enough, the two would confront the 20-year-old in a bizarre, confusing mess of an interrogation.
I don't know, bro. Like, I just feel like you just don't like me. I don't know.
Right. Okay. We can talk about that.
I'm a human being. Like, I made mistakes, but I wanted to show you this one clip. Can I flip camera? Or, yeah, you can. Okay. I'm on a phone. Bear with me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, this is tech, Dan. Take note of this.
I know. I'm really sorry. Just watch this clip right here. This is my promo. I just want to say real quick. They wish that they never did this with me. Let me just show you why.
Yo. Alright, Chad.
This argument is so funny because it's like, dude, I tried to rob the bank, but guess what? Like, it was unsuccessful. So, you know, like, come on, are you gonna really send me to jail for this or what? You know? I mean, I tried. Oh no!
Game.
Discord's in frame.
Part 7. Fourth.
So, see, like, if I was a brand and I paid somebody to do that, I just did it horribly. I didn't know what I was doing, bro. Like,
But a poorly done scam doesn't exactly negate it being a scam. If people had lost money, it would have been a pump and dump. But because the price stayed about the same, it wasn't? It's just insane.
you pay attention to every fucking statistic at every minute of the day. You saw that after I did that shit, it went down. So listen, it was not a scam of pumping up nothing, right?
As some have been quick to point out, the defining trait of a scam cryptocurrency isn't the price alone, but the prospect of
No.
I still didn't get
The
that.
most important part of a cryptocurrency scheme that works successfully is the top of the hour ad break that has nothing to do with the cryptocurrency scheme.
These boys.
That's right. That's true.
They left.
I'm sorry. It's true. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. And if you'd like to no longer see the ads, then all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5. Sorry, it's $4 now because it's fucking September. Or you can do it for free with a Twitch Prime. Or you can use an ad block or a VPN. Yeah, Austin didn't run ad breaks.
Good boys.
It's called Top of the Hour coin. Thank you, Sexy Panda Bear, with the 50 gifted subs. Yo, bitch, I thought you were about to give insightful info. That's the whole point. I never do.
That's right, I didn't run ads. I didn't run ads because I forgot. I would have ran.
I just pumped and dumped this ad break on your ass, dude. That's what I did.
Pump,
I forgot, honestly. If I would have got me a percentage of that ad break, I probably would have ran several of them.
Oh, yeah, he would have been. He's
I would have
ruthless.
ran the shit out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I would have ran the shit out of them. At least I'm honest.
Here's the 1 minute ad break now, folks.
The other way to avoid Hasanabi's ad
Actually
breaks is
finding
watch
a
it on
buy,
YouTube.
which, as we established earlier, is where hiring these giant
never
influencers
seen 'em.
comes into the
It's great.
picture. It's pretty obvious to see at this point that although the price didn't fluctuate much, the volume it definitely did on the very day Aiden promoted it. Meaning that regardless of how bad he considers the advertisement to be, he still allowed MILF scammers to dump all of their coins onto his unsuspecting fan base, make a huge
All
profit
hellion.
himself,
Come on.
and then
All
still
hellion.
plead innocent because the price stayed the same. Now, I can't tell if Aiden
One
is
hellion.
stupid, manipulative, or just a little bit of both. Actually, yeah, probably is that last one.
Yeah, and I know, and I already know you probably hate me based off of like what happened with the whole MILF token and stuff, but it wasn't a pump and dump. I wanted to show you this clip from my last stream. Let me just show you this clip. No, you said I'm a piece of shit.
But the very least he could do is show a sliver of accountability after it's been proven that his followers got scammed, rather than pleading naivete, saying it couldn't possibly be a scam, and just moving on with his normal streams alongside Soulja Boy. Wait a second. But I don't want this to seem like just a shit on Aiden Ross party. Plenty of other creators are just as responsible for shilling this joke of a coin to their respective audiences too. Other creators with questionable moral compasses.
You guys know I've been investing in a lot of cryptocurrency lately, and one coin recently that came up I actually saw from Jake Paul as well. It's called MILF. It's insane, guys. I 25x'd my investment, which is just nuts.
But how did people...
They need swing coin, is all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, dude. This is such scumbag shit, dude.
Twink coin used to be there.
It's so fucking scummy. Like, you're not poor, you're not fucking starving, you don't have like gambling debt. And you're just fucking stealing from your adoring fan base, dude.
These cute ass dogs.
It makes
There
no
might be
fucking
crypto
sense.
scammers
Like,
in the
you're
world,
just
but
a
there's some
scumbag.
cute ass dogs.
People like the Paul brothers or Rice Scum even gained such a reputation in the first place. Well, I tell you, but...
Like, just get a normal ad, dude. Like, literally, just like get a fucking normal brand to like advertise, okay? You know, chill out on some fucking Raid Shadow Legends.
I gotta go get drunk enough to deal with the second part of this video, so in the meantime, I'll leave it up to my brilliantly eloquent side beats. Take it away.
Hellion champs all day.
Hey, it's me, The Right Opinion. Thank you, Jawbreak, for introducing me wherever in this video, because the hoe didn't specify, but fortunately he did give me a brief on what I'm to talk about. So without further ado, let's talk about Rice Gum and the Paul brothers, my favourite set of people, and the spirit of scamming audiences. Let's do the most obvious. Crooks. Rice Gum and Jake Paul are accomplished kings of the YouTube rap game and part-time content creators on top of that. On the cusp of 2019, they both posted content about what are known as mystery boxes. Basically a box you don't actually know the content of when you purchase it. It's a bit of a raffle. This website was known as Mystery Brand, using branding that bears a somewhat uncanny resemblance to the Supreme logo, another company known for their high regard of the consumer.
Basically, we partnered with this brand called Mystery Brand
mysteryboxes.net. So basically we partnered with them because they're like the best and they have like the dopest site and they have all of the dopest products and stuff like that. Like on their site you could literally win like a Rolls Royce. You can win a bunch of Supreme stuff, you can win iPhones, iPads, all sorts of good. And we partnered with them because today I am going to spend thousands of dollars on mystery boxes and see what I get.
In Jake Paul's video, he very vocally states that they are partnering with the site. Maybe too vocally, but brownie points for that much. On the other hand, Rice Gum
I hate
mentions
that
it
guy
so
so much.
sneakily and
He's so
sentence
annoying.
that I didn't even notice the first time, before acting all curious and enticed by this enigmatic platform.
How you scam people so much?
Different. So me
Get
and
away
Mystery
with
Bird
it.
actually teamed up. We don't know what it is. Basically, it's a site that has a ton of these like random mystery box. Like right here, he has like a Yeezy and Supreme and like technology, like smartphone one. I don't know. I guess you buy a mystery box, you open it, and you get like one random either dope item or bad item. It's like a mystery. It's a surprise, right? Oh, and I believe like the top area is like the live winner. Like at this moment in time, people are like getting random stuff.
So I
like
need a
some just
blade
want
in this
Apple
one.
Lightning to USB-I.
Yo, wow,
For him.
what is this strange site? It's a
And if I
mystery
get
box
that-
site, but it's like got all these theme boxes.
We'll have to see.
Whoa,
We'll have to
that's
see.
crazy. You should definitely try opening some yourself to see what's inside them. That would be mad.
Something, man. Yo, I'm gonna try again, guys. Yo, I'm gonna just keep going.
Oh, look, another Hellion team. Damn.
Oh, yo, no. This is actually a good shoe. Yo, I don't know if you guys actually like shoes.
Still nobody
This is a
has
good shoe. The
done
reason
it.
why I'm actually super surprised is because like it's like a $2,000 shoe.
In both the videos, our intrepid creators receive fluctuating amounts of luck, but in each one,
Yo, that's crazy, dude. I can't believe we got that busted ass goddamn Adidas. The problem is they were scamming. It's
No.
gambling regardless, and it's fucking dog shit regardless. Especially when your audience is so fucking young regardless. I'm so fucking Sharia when it comes to gambling, dude. It's not even funny. Like, I just am. Like, straight up. Call me the fucking Taliban when it comes to gambling, okay? I mean, seriously, it's so fucked. Especially with like
Man,
young
really
babies.
hates
that are like,
gambling.
oh my god, I'm gonna go steal my mommy's credit card and go gamble. John! Thank you for the 10 tier 1 gift subs. No, I'm serious, dude. Inshallah, brothers, one day we will eliminate gambling
back.
altogether. I mean, that's not even true. I fucking gamble from time to time. It just sucks.
I'm not a good gambler. I went to Vegas. I put 50 bucks on a table, and I was like, "Can I get some change?" And they said no, and I just lost 50 bucks. I don't even know if they rolled the dice. That was the last time I gambled.
It's just like, it's I don't know. I mean, I'm dog shit at gambling. It's not like I'm good at gambling. Don't get me wrong. I'm fucking terrible at it, but it's probably a good thing because I'm really addictive. But yeah, there's just something about it that just makes me real Sharia, you know? The moment I fucking see Gamba ads going out to kids, I turn into a psycho, dude. How do you like that?
Dude, I love it. You ever show the video? Or just look.
That's a double dick suck. Have you seen? That's a double dick suck.
That's it. See, it's because he took the vaccine.
While he's literally fucking listening to YMCA.
He took the vaccine. That's why. But before the vaccine, he wasn't doing that.
Anyway,
have you seen the video of him versus Obama doing the announcement of like killing
No.
Baghdadi versus? You haven't seen that? Obama versus Trump.
No.
Baghdadi versus Bin Laden. When they got. Have you seen that? Have you guys seen that?
I don't know, but let's keep
It's
going.
good.
they
It's so
seem to
good.
win more
I'm
than they
telling you,
lose.
it's
We right.
Yeah, Donald Trump, our glorious president, is going to be commentating on a Evander Holyfield fight tomorrow.
Scum scoring multiple high-end trainers, AirPods, and a $10,000 handbag from his custom $250 box.
He's got the handbag. Yo, that's a $10,000 handbag. I'm about to sell it. Yo, $10,000. Yo, I'm about to
As for Jake Paul, well, in between the frantic editing, his $5,000 investment returned the following: Adidas Yeezys, AirPods, an iPhone XS, and whatever this was.
Adidas NMD human rights let's go guys!
Well, at least he's speaking in a language his viewers will understand. Now, I'm going to deduct the brownie points that I previously awarded because Jake Paul has a very backhanded way of advertising this website.
I kind of want to see what you guys as fans, I want you guys to go to mysteryband.net right now and play this game and tell me and tweet me or something if you guys win this, okay? Because like, I want someone to win something amazing.
Guys, you just need to go there and give it a spin. Tell him what you think. He's really interested to find out what you won on the website. Both of these creators glorify gambling as a fun little game. After all,
It's funny. You gotta. By the way, it's gonna be live as fun. No, it's funny. It's
Obama
actually
went
funny.
on TV to announce that they killed Bin Laden. He spoke for 9.5 minutes.
Funny, trust me.
Trump yesterday did 48 minutes on this. And for further
It's funny,
comparison,
it's
we thought it
good.
might be fun to match up Trump's speech about al-Baghdadi with
It's a good one.
Obama's about Bin Laden, and we were right, it was.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting. Even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
Hassan's
His
dead
death
inside
does not mark the end of our effort.
I love it.
A beautiful dog. I like the dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. Here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book.
Oh no.
There are 12 books.
Oh no. No.
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? That was good. Come on. You're so much of a live, dude. That was a good one. Come on, give it up.
It was just another Hellion team.
they experienced starting announcing good fortune when opening their boxes, winning items that few would take.
All it does is remind me I miss him so much. I miss him every day. I miss him like you miss Obama. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get ready for the fucking Uber to cancel right as it's coming here, and then another Uber that you have to wait for like 45 minutes.
Wait, hold on, let me check to see where it's at.
That's gonna happen. You have to call like luxury or black or whatever if you want immediate service.
Granted.
You guys can see my balance right here. I started with like half of this, man. I just have opening stuff, got some cool stuff, and I like sold back, so I made back some of the money. I'm up right now though, so like I've been having good luck on this site.
The problem is that if everyone had the luck of these creators, then the company wouldn't be turning a profit. Rice Gum is quite explicit that he is actually making money on this website, as if it's a business model catered towards mutual income. Additionally, it seemed that some of these mystery items seemed a bit too good to be true to be an actual reward in the first place. We already spoke about the disappearing Gucci bag, but luxury cars and even a mansion listed on the website Zillow.
Yes, Cutie's still coming on.
Wait, Cutie's coming?
Not here, but on. Yeah, we're gonna look at stuff together.
All featured as prospective prizes for the wide-eyed patron. Further to this came plenty of other people showing their awful experiences with the company, many of whom had one
she's
item.
gonna be. She like is designing my house right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Cutie Cinderella is designing. She used to be a interior designer, as you know.
God, I need her to help design one of my houses. I mean, one.
Give me the belt,
One of
please.
mine, dude.
Never mind.
Oh, I really hope I
Things
got
that
the
had
belt.
not been delivered or even shipped.
Definitely not spending more than $100 Canadian on a scam website.
Honestly, I feel like this is the biggest scam of a site. Like,
it seems like the site and their mystery boxes are rigged.
And not to be outdone by third-party testimony, there was an admission in their own terms of service stating that items one may not be delivered. All while the American hustlers over here were shilling out a tacky tombola to their fans.
Come on, please, something nice, something nice.
As always, the commentary bloodhounds could smell the bullshit from a mile away. And not long after, uploaded videos calling out our fortunate friends on their reckless promotion of a dubious website which would not be suitable for their viewers regardless of its reliability.
So let's start with Jake. He responded, I posted my video on Twitter, and Jake responded very eloquently here. He said, lol, love this vid, Ark. I responded to him. I said, you loved being called out for selling a gambling scam to underage kids? Okay. Because I just wanted to be like, you know what you're talking about. You know what you're saying, right? And he said, yes, Love it.
Rice Gum would go on to trade blows with H3 over the nature of the scam. They were shit responses.
For the record, what? Here, turn off, put down the windows.
No, I'll be here like.
No, it's fine. I put down the windows anyway, usually at this point.
You have that?
What? Oh, it's back there. On the desk. Dude, he doesn't care because his fans don't care. They still love him. And they love him because he's famous. And before he falls off, they will continue to love him, right? That's just how it works. It's a never-ending cycle because like all of the fucking psychotic shit that you do gets you a larger fan base. And when you have more of a fan base, then people literally just do not stray away. They will let you do whatever you want.
This big surprise.
The other day I posted a video where I was promoting this website. Basically my band fit just came to me. I was like, yo, Rice, here's the deal. Load the app or whatever, you get paid, right?
I love how he describes it as just, yo, my management hooked me up. I didn't think about anything. I don't consider anything.
I have no interest in saying much more about it because I'm on a time limit and I don't think it's necessary. Rice Gum and Jake Paul ripping off people isn't new. That's the point. However, this isn't just about them.
Damn.
Sorry, I didn't want to do that.
The reformed boy of vlogging, Mr. Logan Paul. By 2020, it would be safe to say that the whole excursion into the unspecified foliage was a distant memory. I say that at least as I had to look up when it even happened. But needless to say, the past is the past. Let's talk about some presents.
Now, I've loved Pokemon my whole life. Literally played the games all throughout high school, made a couple of viral Pokemon videos, owned Pokemon art, and I only have one tattoo on my body. It's a Pokemon named Squirtle next to my penis. So I knew there was a lane here that I did indeed have a passion for.
Like a lot of people, Logan Paul has an interest in collecting Pokemon, especially the valuable types. Given that he has the money to spend, he's made deals before and will probably make deals again. He is widely credited with causing a spike in the popularity of Pokemon collecting, given his public, outspoken promotion of the hobby, though he hasn't done it alone.
So the first thing I did was find an expert.
Crazy, bro. I feel like you're delivering me drugs. This feels like I'm trafficking a kilo, but like the price is actually probably more than
That's what I'm
kilo
saying.
by weight.
Look at this, look at this. Meet Jake, Collectible Guru, also known as Collectibles Guru on Instagram. He was nice enough to sell me 7 of these little pieces of cardboard for $50,000.
This is the Collectibles Guru, who has appeared in Logan Paul videos and has sold products to Logan Paul that he has opened on stream, including a box containing over $200,000 worth of Pokemon content. Logan has promoted this guy as a reliable seller and curator of Pokemon cards, given his apparent expertise on the matter.
Jake, Collectible Guru. How much can I sell this food for
Not
right now?
good.
500K total? Between 4,200 and 4,500. We got an expert in the house. Fantastic.
However, although Logan only had his praises to sing for this chap, his credibility came into question after another channel, fittingly named Dumb Money Live, paid just shy of 400.
Wait, what the fuck? Doesn't that look like the content house?
Wait, like for 100 Thieves?
Yeah.
Go back.
Guru.
Backyard of the content
How much can I sell
house?
these food for right now? 5, 6K total?
No, different house.
Hold on.
Between 4,200 and 4,500. We got an expert in the house. Fantastic.
However, although Logan only had his praises to sing for this chap, his credibility came into...
No, different house. Different house. We don't have those plants back there. No. And that's real
question
grass.
after another channel, fittingly named Dumb Money Live, paid just shy of 400 grand for a set of first edition cards. Yet, this isn't exactly what they received.
That one's not a first edition pack.
That's an issue.
This is an unlimited pack.
What do you mean?
The
We
ones
have
that
in
are
100
open? Yeah,
Thieves.
no, that's a major fucking issue.
It's
a
not.
recent
Oh my
box.
god.
No, in fact, what they had was a random collection of
Yeah, that's
resealed
definitely
cards. Hardly a satisfactory product given the expenditure. And although the collectibles guru wasn't the collector of the items sold, he had facilitated the trade and was assumed to be in a position of relative information with respect to the exchange of goods, especially given how he presented the product. However, after this incident, questions were raised over his interest in the participation within this community. To put it bluntly, money seemed to serve as the prime motivation for this man.
Hey mate, your appearance in Logan's opening of the box yesterday was a fucking joke. Your valuables were so off a Bulbasaur being by 30k. Even with the error is total shite and you fucking know it. You're a scammer. You don't care for Pokemon as a hobby. Go back to your fucking cryptocurrency, you scamming twat. I have no idea. I have an idea. Blow me? Question mark. And when you're finished, I'll tip you a 10K rack. You good? Happy if your sister would prefer coming back over.
He clearly didn't know half of what he was talking about, and yet Logan here was billing him as the go-to expert for all
I don't know, I just assume, didn't he had like a bit of a Persian accent?
Pokemon needs. And it wasn't long at all until someone else paid the price for this charlatan rogue trader. Now, you can't directly hold Logan Paul accountable for hiring a bad egghead. However, his promotion of this person as an authority on Pokemon cards to a mostly unsuspecting and impressionable audience does raise questions about Logan's own interests, especially when he hasn't clarified since that this guy is actually clearly not the most
5K
Though I have
damage.
to say, in this case, it's hard to prove much as to Logan's knowledge, and although it's nowhere near the extent of, well, this. Give me more, baby. What's in the box? It's a little tutorial about the failure to cherish the trust your audience bestows onto you, and maybe just a little.
It's like, by the way, the reason why I advocate for government regulation with respect to like gambling regulation, with respect to fucking cryptocurrency scams, is the exact same reason why I believe we need to regulate the fucking vaccines and the vaccine mandate is good. Because there are a lot of dumbasses out there and they get fucking duped. And I don't want poor people and dumb people to get fucked over by other dumbasses that are just like marginally a little bit smarter than them, smart enough to fuck them over. Okay? So it's the same principle behind that as well. And of course, the exact same kind of fucking idiot will literally turn around and be like, well, let me get fucked over if I want to, dude. I'm gonna make so much money, you fucking idiot. You just don't know, dude, dumbass communist. You fucking dumb commie. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's like, no, dude. I promise, okay? Just, you know, if you're too stupid to hurt yourself, that you can't stop yourself from hurting yourself, then someone else got to do it, okay? It's just how it is. That's communism. Communism is when I stop you from hurting yourself, you dumb fuck.
Foreshadowing of what is to come. Back to you in the basement, John.
Thanks, babe. Be sure and sub to the right opinion if you haven't
Pew,
already.
pew.
Though at this point, I'm sure you're more than aware
Come
of its
on,
homoerotic
come on.
escapades. In case you needed any
really
more
like
convincing
Cannoneers. I hope
that
they
the
don't hurt
illustrious
'em.
Paul brothers didn't care a ton
it's
for
a
their
fun
self-admitted
trait.
child audience.
Who's your audience? Who do you make your videos for?
Yeah, my audience is definitely younger. It's like 8 years old to like 16 years old. So that's where I try to like cater the content towards.
Now you know how obvious the two are when it comes to taking candy from their baby fans. With the most recent and pathetic example.
Fuck it, that's a juicer right there, dude. What?
Being in the
I fucking told you, bitch! What did I tell you?
Oh, I did this to miss one.
Oh, wow. You did this to... Oh, you fucking... I can't wait. I can't wait for that one to cancel.
Dude,
Another
it gave me, like,
crypto.
it popped up on the screen, like, review your last ride, and I thought it was
During summer of 2021, Logan Paul and his circle of nameless henchmen suddenly began rallying behind a brand new cryptocurrency by the name of DinkDoink. The whole barrage of videos came as a shock, considering nobody had ever heard the name DinkDoink uttered until people like Logan started plugging the hell out of it on Twitter, Telegram, and his own podcast in front of an audience of 3 million people.
DinkDoink is cleared to be the hottest fucking coin ever. I just want to say keep up the good work, and if you guys do ever...
Bro, I went to a party and girls were just trying to fuck them.
What?
Yeah. No, literally. No, I thought the same thing, and I'm like, dude, honestly, it's just clout. It is. It literally, like, I'm sorry, boys. Like, it's just straight up clout, dude. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. Los Angeles girls, I'm sorry. But some of these girls out here, dude, especially ones that you, like, love on Instagram and shit, like, that you follow on Instagram.
Bro is show. Gotta pull back a little bit.
Sorry, they wanted to fuck him for his excellent personality. The irony is like the one person that like literally gave him the clout, other than Logan Paul, is probably the best relationship he could have ever been in. And going forward, it's all material. We know the type. We saw who gets to marry Harry. It's true.
Everything that you're doing right now, even more exponentially, we could go to the top of this whole fucking market, dude. Fuck yeah.
Well, that's awesome to hear, Mike McJackMeOff. Sounds like an awesome crypto project to get behind. I mean, if you guys really...
Then just date men if that's all women care about. Man, shut the fuck up, dumbass. I'm not saying that's all women care about. I'm saying with respect to him, just shut up. Just shut the fuck up, you dumb rad-lib idiot, okay? Shut the fuck up.
That's enough lib for today.
Shut the fuck up, you dumbass radical liberal. Date men, dude. Just date men then. You said all women care about is clout. That's not what I said. I literally specified like all the Los Angeles girls that are trying to fuck this dude.
That's what I did.
At the party were in it for 100,000% clout.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
All right. On that note, peace, Austin.
These guys, can I shout out my Twitter?
Yeah, you want to shout out your channel?
And my Instagram.
Go ahead, shout out your channel.
Instagram at Austin on Twitch. Twitter at Austin on fuck. At Austin on Twitter. Yeah, I need to change.
So you changed your Instagram to Austin on Twitch?
Yeah, I couldn't think of anything in the moment.
So not on Austin on IG?
No, it's Austin on Twitch for some reason.
Okay, got it.
Austin on Twitter for Twitter.
Vote to keep, not to kick. All right, peace.
See you guys later.
Dude, if you don't leave right now, they're gonna fucking leave you. I'm telling you.
They're gonna what?
Uber will leave your ass out here, bro.
They're outside.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
I'll see you guys for the next presidential debate.
Shut the fuck up. He said he'll see you guys for the next presidential debate.
Really believe in it and you promise it's going to the moon.
Dink Doink is going to the fucking moon. You don't believe me? You don't have to. You can just be naive and dumb. It's all good. But y'all, the community, this Telegram community, we're not naive. We're not dumb. We're fucking family. And we're gonna make a fucking thing.
I only have one question. What is Dink Doink? What is it? Well, let's start with the fact that it is literally worthless in every sense of the word. There is no practical utilization of this coin whatsoever at the time of me recording this. And when we look back at their website, which has been updated numerous times since I began writing this video, we can see still isn't much. Other than a vague project roadmap chock full of random buzzwords and crypto jargon, it looks like there aren't any real-life...
Logan and Mike harassed Valkyrie and she fucking rolled them both? My queen. What the fuck? Wait, what did they do to her? Kind of fuck.
Goals for implementing this coin into society besides a few short videos, NFTs, a merch drop, more scheduled deals with creators, and an entire Dink Doink movie slated for 2022. Which, if that ever happens, we may just have to review together. The biggest consistency you may have noticed by now is this little asshole. The Dink Doink mascot, which they have you believe is the real creator of the coin. That's how they worded everything. They didn't want you knowing who was behind a project like this, as stated by iDubbbz.
Logan Paul thinks you're a fucking moron. And the guy behind this whole thing, he also thinks you're a fucking moron. The whole theme of this crypto is plausible deniability. Give us their names and their faces. Tell us. If it's legitimate, you should give us their names and their faces.
If they...
He dead fucked up his religion with honor for Phase Bank. Phase Bank is the only one I liked. Let me say something. iDubbbz has a death note. That's an unfair description. Mike asked Courage if Valkyrie would be interested in Logan. On a video, Logan didn't even know and was mad at Mike for it. Valkyrie said she wouldn't date Logan on Twitter and made fun of him. His manager tried to hook her up with Logan and she responded on a tweet clip with no, 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 nope, nope, never. Who's Lana?
Wow. Such hard
Lana
fit.
is dick. Oh, no, it's Lana Rhodes, famous porn star. Who hasn't shot a porno in a long time.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure Mike broke up with his girlfriend to go live with Keemstar and Banks. Good for him, dude. He's on the up and up. I Tiny Baby Giant says, you have a great evening ahead of you, chatter. I don't know why I find that really funny. A funny thing to say. They clowned him for wanting to live in a frat house. Broke up with Lana Rose, go live with fucking Aiden Ross. I mean, he hasn't shot in a video in a while. Believe me, I checked. Oh, me too, dude. I'm looking for that new Lana Rose shit. It does not exist. What do you like about FaZe Banks? FaZe Banks is the everyman, dude. He's the average Joe. He's the Sam Adams, okay? He's the Adams to my Samuel. FaZe Banks is just fucking the most average Ohio man, despite the fact that he's not from Ohio. He's actually, I found out, from New England. Yeah, he's just like, I can't tell if you're being suspicious. Most average multimillionaire? No, dude, like.
I think it's funny that that was 7 months ago. Maybe you need longer without a bedroom.
Alright.
He didn't get anything. He was sleeping on the floor of the family room. I
Skirmisher.
am not responsible for how my child feels.
I guess I can go hard skirmisher. See where that takes me.
Dude, oh my god. Ah! The thing was so nasty. That video, the intro was so nasty that it's like, it has like a secondary effect on me. Like, I'm still thinking about it and it's still like, it's like giving me shockwaves throughout my fucking body right now. Oh my god. Ah! I feel it right here. It's like a ASMR video, you know what I mean? Like, you know how ASMR video like tickles the part of your brain? I feel like that's what, I don't know if I'll ever be the same again, dude. You know, I've watched all manner of shit on this broadcast too. This was one shit too far. I mean, literally a human eating the shit. I don't know if it was like the way it was edited. I don't know if it was just like this sequence that they just like put it together in. I could not do it, and I apologize, okay?
At Hasanabi, loved over the past year since I first watching you. Through the ups and downs you've
That was crazy, man. That was actually fucking wild, dude.
Take some time off for yourself if you're wanting it. Cheers.
Do you know what time it is?
YouTube is the #1 most visited website on the internet, making it one of the easiest and most accessible avenues for anyone looking to monetize their art. For some, that art comes in the form of animations, while for others it could be something along the lines of movie or music reviews, with some genres being more demanding than others. Vlogging, for example, involves sacrificing your privacy in exchange for a certain level of authenticity. Documenting both the highs and the lows of your day-to-day life can lend itself to a more genuine experience from the viewer's perspective, regardless of how exaggerated certain events may be. To me, the
fake cops! Those are fake cops, right? Now I know, right? Now we know those are fake cops, right? We know that now. Same fake cops. The ad break is not fake though. It's coming right now and it's very real. It's top of the hour, every hour. It's time for a 60-second ad break.
Typical vlog is just content for people to live through. But
Tomato
it's this
cleaning
personal
duty.
connection mixed with a stream of highly edited
Oof.
and entertaining videos that makes
Close.
for a winning combination
Let's
on
go.
YouTube. With many of these channels racking up an unprecedented amount of dedicated viewers regularly. But what happens when you bring children into the mix? And at what point does this steady stream of family-friendly content suddenly drift into exploitation? How much can truly go wrong when every minute detail of your life is presented to an audience of millions? I'd say this is a pretty important question, at least in the case of a woman named Ruby Frank.
Whenever we start sharing the details of how we actually parent, we get a lot of upset.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ruby and Kevin Frank are the owners of a popular family vlog channel known as 8 Passengers, where they upload around 3 videos a week documenting their lives for a dedicated fan base of over 2 million people, garnering well over 1 billion total views since their launch in 2015. With her husband preoccupied as an assistant professor at BYU,
got all the skirmishers.
Ruby ultimately runs the show, along with her 4 sisters who also maintain channels of their own.
Oh my God, he said BYU, boys. That's it. That's it, dude. Mormon. Automatic content machine, dude. Brigham Young University, where pornography is banned. Kind of like the entire country of Turkey. Brigham Young University.
All falling under the same common theme of family vlogging.
If you cut one more thing in my house, I'm going to take the scissors, look at me, and I'm going to cut its head off.
Wow.
I want to tell you
Seems
something,
slightly
and I want you
extreme.
to really listen. We should have been in that crash. Put them in your pockets so you can take them down to the hamper and drop and give me 10. One.
Drop and
Put
give
your
me
hands
10,
straight
she
out.
said.
They're in.
What the
They're not
fuck?
supposed to be out. Shape your hands forward.
What the fuck?
There you go.
No!
1, 2, down further. Bring your butt down.
Through her years of lifestyle
Third
mommy vlog
pick.
entertainment, Ruby has accumulated
Blade
a
would
net
be
of almost
cool.
500,000 Instagram followers and a rough estimate of $2.5 million. Though it's hard to imagine Ruby's enormous success without the help of her 6 children, all of which I will be censoring for the sake of respecting their own privacy. With 2 boys and 4 girls, the ages of these children range from 17 all the way down to 6 years old. In fact, the very first video on the 8 Passengers channel was the gender reveal of that very 6-year-old. Meaning this fast-paced YouTube vlogger lifestyle is all this 6-year-old girl knows. Her life has been subjected to the cruel lens of a video camera since she was literally in the womb. But hey, I'm sure that'll have no greater impact on her development whatsoever. I mean, how would you feel if the most critical years of your growth had been exploited for the sole purpose of granting your parents monetary success and online prevalence? In terms of the 8 Passengers channel, the controversy surrounding this lovely couple runs a little deeper than what you may see on the surface. At first glance, they may seem like your typical run-of-the-mill family, simply trying to share their joyous journey with the rest of the world, plus a few overly clickbaity thumbnails. But from what I and many others have observed as of late, there seems to be something far more sinister happening here.
Can I have a conversation?
Checking my dog.
Not the talk, not right here. No, it's not.
No.
Not doing this, not doing this.
Okay, so here, just come sit by me.
I mean, you can agree or disagree with the way a parent goes about discussing puberty with their kids. I mean, I just learned everything through the internet, which definitely didn't stunt my development at all. But I think most people would agree that filming such an awkward moment and uploading it to a family-friendly channel seemingly against your own child's will is a little unnecessary.
Can you not comment? So I just want...
You got rejected.
Of course there's no way they cannot not film it. If they did not film it, how are they supposed to make money and pay for your schooling, kid? Kids nowadays have it way too easy. Back in her day, they actually had this outdated thing called privacy.
I mean, right in the same video, these kids are pleading with Ruby not to have this talk on camera. Forget the conversation itself, the fact that it's having to be broadcast to countless strangers on the internet is embarrassing enough in itself. Imagine having to show your face at school, knowing there are kids in your class who have seen you have such a personal talk with your parents. Any kid that age would be humiliated. What about the time Ruby uploaded her 11-year-old daughter's first shave? Or her other daughter's first shave? Or her son's first shave?
Julie has been asking all summer if she can shave her legs and armpits. I think every girl has a story where they're in a rush, it will cut. So there's a lot of hair in there actually.
Don't show it.
It's just very bizarre to me. Quite frankly, it's these types of videos that attract not only children, but pedophiles. Creepy old men have a history of putting timestamps in the comments where kids are in compromising positions, and to me, such blatant clickbait doesn't exactly dissuade that kind of attention. I remember feeling weird enough already during puberty, but the thought of my parents whipping out a video camera and detailing every single event that happened during that uncomfortable phase makes me want to gag.
Maybe a medium would be right. Do you want to take those and try?
Wow, this dick
No,
has
not
literally the
your
rest of
time
my
on
units.
Here, you can find a dressing room. She's all embarrassed.
So, did it work? How come you're all embarrassed?
Because you're filming her and you're her dad.
Is that?
I'll admit, some of their videos are a little more tame than others, but when it comes to titles that involve puberty or periods, it just comes off to me as a projection of your child's own insecurities to a much wider range of people for the aim of making money. And I think it's pretty hard to go about doing that in a tasteful manner.
I've had to get after her a few times to wash her face and to remind her to take a bath or a shower. I'm gonna give her this. It's a little gold ring. It's kind of like the one Julie got for her birthday. And I'm just gonna tell her that when she wears it, to remember that her body is a blessing and it's a good thing and everything that's happening to her is good, and remember to take care of it.
I just keep going back to the thought of having their friends at school being able to access all of this. And when I say friends, I mean it pretty loosely, since it would seem they don't have any, according to them.
No, I have no friends.
You can play with friends.
No, like I don't.
Wow.
I don't have any.
I literally like.
I didn't expect to win that.
I don't even know where
This
they
dude's got the
These
far
kids have
superior
been pretty
skirmish
open with their
routine.
mom about their lack of friends at school,
not
which would
itemized at
honestly
all.
be crushing to any mother with a
Interesting.
heart. But in the case of Ruby, it would seem that despite her apparently strict militaristic household, it's not hard to see where her priorities lie.
Chad hasn't had a flip phone, a smartphone, any kind of phone, and it's been over a year. And I still have no intention of returning a phone. Abby, we took the phone away from Abby in November. And you may never get the phone back.
Probably not.
If I was to go back and redo anything in parenting, it would be not to give the kids the phone. Yeah, so there will be basically no technology over the summer.
Look, I get it. You shoehorn enough of your miserable life into the spotlight that it's only natural for the more negative sides to show themselves. But openly denying your child the most basic necessity
This dude
is
is
a little bit
freaking
more than 30
terror.
seconds out of a 20-minute video, as described by
He
the
just doesn't die while
eldest
she mops.
passenger on Instagram.
I just got a text message from Eve's teacher, and
Blue buff.
she said that Eve did not pack a lunch today, and can I bring
Spirit.
a lunch over to the school? Bonded and just said Eve is responsible for making her lunches in the morning, and she actually told me she did pack a lunch.
Like, I'm sorry, but what did you really expect from a 5-year-old girl? My mom is a kindergarten teacher, and I know for a fact those snot-nosed cretins cannot be expected to tie their own shoes, let alone remember to prepare an entire meal for themselves.
Hopefully nobody gives her food and nobody steps in and gives her a lunch, because then she's not going to learn from the natural outcome.
So what, you just trust that if your kid feels hungry enough by the end of the day, she'll learn how to pack her own food more diligently next time?
You've got a little treat
Like my
there,
dog
some
again.
Nutella sticks. Why does she take the sandwich out and then put it in a container? Oh.
Yeah, maybe because she's 5. She doesn't know what to pick out because she's a child. If I had to pack my own lunch at that age, I'd be eating nothing but goldfish and gushers 5 days out of the week.
My hope is that she'll be hungry and come home and go, oh man, that was really painful being hungry all day. I will make
TFT,
sure
buddy.
to always have a lunch with me.
I know I'm not exactly experienced in this field, but I could never see myself doing that kind of thing as a parent. The definition of neglect in most states is the failure of a parent or caregiver to provide needed food, shelter, clothing, medical care, or supervision to the degree that a child's health, safety, and well-being are threatened with harm. The first part of that definition should ring a couple bells.
My job as a parent is to provide for the needs of my kids, the needs that they cannot meet themselves. You know, providing food, providing a safe place. Kids have a really hard time providing their own safe space. That is my responsibility. They're gonna think you're torturing him. Stop it. I know you're not, but it looks like you are. Okay, Russell. I'm only gonna say it one more time.
Listen, you guys wanted me to watch JCS videos about murderers, so I decided, fuck that. We should instead watch how to make serial killers, because this is how. If you're wondering how you create an entire generation of serial killers, do this. This one trick, okay? I'd be shocked if they come out normal after any of this, dude. This is the pre-JCS. You never get the prequel origin story of JCS. I feel like almost all of these like fucking
Sora
family oriented YouTube channels like do some form of this. This is like the worst case of it, obviously. I mean, this is basically the worst version of that.
Almost 2.5 years has.
But I do feel as though, you know, a lot of these channels they operate under the same mentality, under the same base of just like, you know, monetizing child abuse. But hey, maybe they should have just put like abusing my children, prank, emotional. So there you go. That's how it is safe now.
And then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner.
Never mind the fact that her youngest daughter somehow slipped away and fell down a gutter or something. I don't know. I could barely find any information about this.
One of the reasons Oh, no! What are you doing? You are crazy, girl! You keep it up here? I can't believe you're going down there. I can't
This is
believe my
worse
kids
than
to
murder.
go down there. You did that all by... Oh my God.
Also, the
What the
same
hell?
kid that like broke a door. How do you let this happen, first of all?
What happened? What happened? Iggy, no. Don't stand on that. Don't stand on this. You're pretending you're in the ocean and so you broke my door?
Just think, if this is the type of thing unfolding on camera, it almost makes me wonder what all is happening off camera.
Worry if Dad and I are gonna get divorced? You do? I did not know you worried about that. How often do you worry about that?
Probably when I go to sleep.
When you're at the most tired and then your mind starts going to extreme cases. Oh, well, do you hear Dad and I yell and fight a lot? You're supposed to say no. You're not supposed to say yes. And there was a time, I'll find the photo. I had just had Russell and Julie was just crying a lot and whining and one day I looked at her and I'm like, you just stink. She had like peed her pants or something and it's just because she was being neglected because I was totally paying attention to the new baby. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get somebody to help me with the little ones. I'm gonna pay attention to you. And so I bought her a new little dress at Walmart. It was like one of those dresses you see for like $4.89 or whatever, a really cheap dress. It was just darling, cute as can be. And I gave her a bath and I brushed her hair, fixed it cute, and she was good. She was better.
Between policing her children's social media, suppressing their access to technology, and failing to provide food, it would seem Ruby's parenting methods are a bit unorthodox. You could say the ethical side of Ruby and Kevin were especially brought to the forefront when their
Why do I
eldest
throw
son,
like this?
14
Why do
at
I
the time,
swap
had
out
been shipped off
good
to a
ass
wilderness
units for
camp in the middle of the desert,
not?
leaving many wondering what he
Like
could
I
have
had
done
no
to warrant
issues
such
the
a
entire
harsh
time with
and
Olaf.
Oh no! Trigger warning, child camps!
I was just worried because he was
otherwise
1 star. I guess that would be really good.
We decided it was best.
I'll never get him.
You guys in
Because
on
I'm
what's
in
going on,
first.
a little bit
But he would have been really good at Blade.
Ruby and I are in the
Blade,
hotel
please?
room right now.
That would be
But
really,
first,
really good.
We have a sponsor. Did you know that
Okay.
Jay and Jay
Okay, don't do it.
myself with Star
Good.
some unfortunate. On August 9th of
Just like
2019,
mad.
Ruby
Wilderness
and
therapy,
her wonderful
boys!
husband Kevin emotionally relayed some pretty unfortunate news to their audience.
The guy says, oh, you don't need to bring anything except 36 pair of underwear. When Chad heard it, he was like, I really am going to go live in the desert in my underwear.
Is the music necessary? Is it really necessary? I don't think it's necessary.
Chad today has just entered the Hasanabi Foundation Wilderness Therapy Program, where he's going to spend the next 8 to 10 weeks living in the
Hasanabi Desert.
the desert mountains of Arizona.
It became evident that some unspecified behavioral episodes had led the couple to their final decision of sending their 14-year-old son to live in the desert to be fixed, I guess. Where he would be stripped of all his basic
Feels better.
commodities and forced to adopt a new minimalist,
Sort of cat meow.
rugged way of living.
Never a
The
good
mindset
sign.
here, of course, being that this change of pace would give him a new appreciation for the luxuries he has at home, assisting him along his spiritual journey with God.
So the idea is with wilderness therapy is if you can survive with these peers in the wilderness with nothing more than the clothes on your back and a couple of field supplies, then there's nothing in this world that you can't tackle.
And they said, like, it's like the real wilderness out there. There's snakes, there's bears, there's coyotes, cougars.
Just got
like
night.
it's
Oh, you
the
got
real deal.
night. Hell yeah, that helps.
want
That's cool.
Chad to have
Look at me
some
go.
I think close encounters
Sinking
would
shit
be
up I didn't
good
even
for
know.
him.
Yeah, because those types of experiences can teach
How's
you.
Tang Baba still in this?
And he'll come home and he'll be like,
Aren't you the one that wasn't doing
I
anything? Oh, you
survived,
that
and
guy.
there were bears. I can
It
do
just beat
anything.
you.
I'm not scared at all about that kind of
Yikes.
stuff. What I lose sleep over is when kids start self-sabotaging their own efforts.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff
It's a level
that
9.
really concerns me.
Just to stick it to their
78
teachers or
gold.
to stick it to their parents or family. That
And the only person they're really hurting is themselves.
Shut the fuck up. The Hasanabi Foundation describes itself as a troubled teens wilderness organization, specializing in restoring and strengthening parent-child relationships. Oh, and they're nonprofits, so they don't pay taxes either. Although they claim to be against behavioral modification on their website, I did find a Glassdoor review from a former staff member who insisted Hasanabi was more geared towards troubled teens by Mormon standards. The anonymous trail worker went on to describe the heavily dense Mormon staff as having minimal prior experience with kids, let alone troubled ones, vaguely alluding to the way certain campers were treated compared to others. I understand it's hard to gauge the legitimacy of an anonymous review, but the so-called therapeutic tab on their website hardly provides any insight to the specifics of their approach. It seems to throw out a bunch of vague, indefinite terminology that applies to a generally holistic set of principles. And although I don't know the specific issues their son is seemingly dealing with, it just feels counterproductive to ship any child away to a camp so loose in its
Yes.
approach to treatment.
Let's
like,
go.
What even are the essentials of a healthy lifestyle? And how does teaching these basic things help somebody struggling with substance abuse? It's like putting a band.
Chilling to level
I love
9.
that, like, they basically admit the reason why they're sending their child there. I know that it's, like, also Mormon, but so that, you know, add insult to injury. But the reason why they're fucking sending their kids there is so that the camp tortures them. And then that way the kid will know better about how great things were back home. Like, they admitted as much. They admit it. They literally
He
fucking
fucking
admitted it.
one-tapped
That's crazy.
almost everything.
Band-Aid on a bullet wound. It's not exactly the type of information to give me peace of mind.
Just Draven.
Like a start over, like a do-over, like a fresh beginning.
Yeah. So
Look, I can't really tell any parent how to raise their kids. I don't have the expertise, so I'm not exactly in the know when it comes to the way their children behave. Or at least I don't pretend to know as much as they do. But there is nothing, and I mean nothing, my kid could ever do that would make me think, you know what would really help? Forcing them to sleep on the ground in the middle of the desert. Call me crazy, but that very concept sounds like it could worsen whatever it is they're already going through. Like, I'm sorry, Ruby, but in what universe would it be beneficial to pluck a troubled individual out of their element, in this case, seemingly
Fucking
against their own
one
will,
tap,
and
two
throw
tap.
him into an entirely new
Nunu's dead.
environment
One
where they're
tap, two,
forced to
three
hold their
tap.
own against new
Fucking 2 or 3
circumstances they've
star
never been
abomination
exposed
dead.
to? I wouldn't know how to react.
10,000
I'd feel
damage from
betrayed.
Draven.
To me, it sends a
Drop.
message of we don't want you here, which
Just
can only work to damage
falling
the trust
down.
necessary
It's so
between a
great.
child and their parent. I'm not saying every
So great.
experience with these camps has to
Love
be
it.
negative, but the dangerous potential of these decisions should not be
I love it.
overlooked
I love it. I
either.
love it.
And I know
Skirmisher.
you know
That's the
that there
way.
are things that happen in your family that other people don't know about. And it's the same with our family. There are things that happen in our family you don't know
we
about.
don't film, we don't share, so.
So just trust us that we're doing what's best. I'm really excited for Chad.
Again, I don't know what's best for their family. I don't claim to know everything that goes down behind closed doors. In fact, according to her son, he had a great time. Granted, he said this in front of his mother on camera, along with this.
So me deciding that my stomach ache was Chad's fault was not
Come
seeing
on.
things in truth. But I really, really want to blame him. Because I just want to be able to eat my dessert and Oreo cookies
Come on.
out stomach aches. And so
Then send me off to another wilderness camp again.
So,
Boom.
take that as you will.
Boom.
where did you go?
Oh, boom. Got
Where
him.
is that?
Arizona.
Out.
Tough National Forest.
Okay, why did you go there?
Because I was a bad boy. I heard this huge buzz behind me, and I looked up and it was
Last
a
pick, but
tarantula
it's only
hawk.
3.
She's like in
What do
the
we got
top
moving
5
here? What are we
most
looking for?
painful insect stings scale. It's on that scale.
Aren't they poisonous too?
Yeah, like that's why they're so painful for the bees.
Oh.
And it landed on my forearm, and I started crying, and I was in the moment.
Although it was never really specified why he was sent to Anasazi in the first place, we know of some other behavioral complications that led to further punishment upon returning home. According to a deleted video on the 8 Passengers channel, the now 15-year-old got into some pretty hot water after a
68
series
gold,
of
eh?
pranks on his younger brother.
We never told our viewers.
That I woke Russell up at 2 in the morning and told him that we're going to Disneyland and he has to pack. And he got up and made his
27
bed
more?
and then packed all his clothes in the suitcase.
We can
And
do
he
that.
walked out the door.
2 more turns, 27 more,
He's like,
6-1,
"What?" He's all
level 9.
Has his sunglasses on. And I was like, we're not going to Disneyland. And he started crying and hitting me. And then he went back to bed in tears. And then
So that was not the reason you lost your room, but that was
all the other reason is because I pointed a BB gun at his face.
Just
beat
baited.
him in his face and hung him on the
Oh god.
basketball
Oh
court.
god. You got me.
Pretty typical, if you ask me. I think all siblings are going to pick on each other at one point or another. That's just how siblings are. The pranks me and my sister used to play on each other growing up make some of these look pretty tame by comparison. And in my opinion,
Uh-oh, someone's going to fucking corrective behavior camp. That's right, Jay Aubrey. That's where you're going. Time to get a fucking, tarantula
Alright.
attack of your own, okay?
lying to your brother about a Disneyland trip and letting him hang from a basketball hoop is entirely less cruel than what Ruby saw fit for punishment.
Come on.
Was taken away for 7 months and we gave it back
Come on.
2 weeks ago.
I don't think our viewers know that.
Tap. Bap. Bap.
Sleeping on a beanbag.
Bap. Got him.
My room back like 2 weeks ago.
Chad showed that he was not able to manage
Take
himself
those, top
sharing
3.
a bedroom with Russell.
So when we moved,
They got rid of the one dude that was actually a threat to me.
You
fools!
It was only revealed in this video from 2020.
You're
that
gonna
the
get,
Bro,
I think
okay.
all,
Remember how we were talking about like helicopter
all 3 of
parents
these
and yada
goes to
yada
him.
and how it's child abuse? Like this is child abuse, okay?
64.
People were wondering. This is it.
His son had been sleeping without a bed since October. For over half a year of his life, this child was forced to sleep on a beanbag chair because he pulled a few distasteful pranks on a sibling. He's 15. I understand.
The irony is the parents are also pulling a prank called child abuse for YouTube content.
When harsher forms of punishment are sometimes justified, but I don't know when it would ever be appropriate to take away your
Okay, I guess I
child's
just
own
pre-leveled.
bedroom.
So a lot of you are like, hey, that's
Don't
not
want it. Alright.
fair because Chad
fine.
got the lesser bedroom and Russell got the bigger bedroom. Russell got the big bedroom and Chad got the smaller bedroom. And Russell's bigger bedroom.
I feel like white American parents have 2 speeds, like whatever the fuck this Nazi shit is, or just like letting your kid call you by your first name and like calling you a cunt and stuff, and nothing in between. Both of those speeds involve leashes for some weird reason. Why are they doing this? I do not know.
Also had a bathroom. But what you guys didn't know was Chad didn't get any room. He didn't get anything. He was sleeping on the floor in the family room.
Not only is there an ethical issue with this, but think about all the physical side effects that could come from sleeping in a beanbag chair for that long. You're just asking for back pain, spinal issues, and this was right after he got home from that stupid wilderness camp too. So not only—
I'm kidding, white people. Don't get upset at me. It was a joke, okay? I'm sure some of you have incredible parents.
did the camp evidently not work, but I guess they figured he didn't need a comfortable place to sleep anymore. Just look at the way Ruby's face changes as soon as he brings it up. It feels like we're not even supposed to know about this. Can't imagine why, of course. She only kept it under wraps for about 7 months. Maybe I'm a little too soft though, right? Maybe I'm insane. I don't know. But to me,
Damn.
you shouldn't be punishing your child so
Dude is
ruthlessly
beating the hell
after
out of
their
me.
trip to a correctional camp. You should probably be rewarding them after such a daunting and distressing experience. But yeah, that's
Oh, that was
just
my.
me. Maybe I really want my kids to turn out as
Like, how did they get
snowflakes.
my
I don't
my
know.
squad?
We need to face challenges. We need to face hardship.
They're kind of hot though. Like, this dude is a BYU professor. Like, you know, he was piping up students. You know, every TA.
And pain to develop resilience and grit, and that's what leads to success in life. If we make things easy on our kids all the time, they're going to grow up to be snowflakes.
Yeah.
And the
Come
things
on, bro. He was probably sister wife shit. Chill. Some of you have never been to college and it shows, okay?
we show and share, and the things that many of you are criticizing or calling abusive are actually things that mental health professionals have counseled us to do.
The most worrisome characteristic I find with parents in these situations is that they don't
Damn,
seem
this
to
dude
have
just can't get a
insight.
break.
They don't seem to be aware of how they could be causing
Keep
harm.
beating the shit out of
They see
him.
a lot of defensiveness. For example,
the
in a
other
video
one.
that Ruby put on Instagram, she said if people were looking at her parenting and being
I don't
critical,
even know.
those people might be projecting.
Ruby and Kevin have a unique way of deflecting any criticism back onto their critics, becoming overly defensive anytime their own
Yeah, that
parenting
probably
skills
would've
are
been
brought
best.
into question. And although I can kind of understand their
get the
frustration, I think it's completely within reason to examine whatever people decide to publicize online. In the case of these channels, they're explicitly picking and choosing what parts of their life to showcase. And assuming these clips reflect reality, it's only natural for uproar to ensue.
I want to go to the grocery store and I want to make dinner tonight. I could go into denigration and say I'm not a good mom or I'm not as good as other moms because other moms don't make their kids fend for themselves 3 nights in a row, which would be comparison, and I don't know that. Maybe other moms do. Like, I don't know what they do in their homes. But what I do know is that I am unchanging
and I can choose any day now to go buy more groceries and
Damn.
make a more decent meal, and I can feel centered instead of feeling shameful.
But their parenting is just one piece of the pie. You also have to consider the pros and cons of recording certain events to begin with. For example, it's one thing to discipline your kid in private, but it's another to do it with a camera shoved in their face only to be monetized.
What? Why did you open this? I didn't. Eve did. Eve! She finds everything.
Go put this in my room. Where is she? Evie, you are not supposed to open your packages.
Is that mine?
You know the rule. We're not supposed to open packages that are on the porch. Only mommy does that. You have a birthday coming up and now you saw your present.
Sorry, Mom.
Kids can't exactly
Just get a new fucking gift, you psycho. You bought it with the content that you made and the money that you generated by exploiting them anyway.
GG.
Sent to this kind of coverage, and if it doesn't have enough of an effect on their lives now, think about how all of these clips could potentially be used against them in the future.
There's no privacy. Some have likened it to living in a transparent house, but I think it's actually worse than that. If their house was actually transparent, then people would have to drive by to see in. That would essentially be a passive loss of privacy. But by recording everything and putting it on YouTube, they're engaging in an active destruction of privacy.
But like I said, I'm hardly the first person to take issue with any of this. In fact, one of my friends, Ready to Glare, actually made her own video on this incredible family, along with another creator by the name of Sloan. I'd love to provide...
Okay, that's literally just like hot mischief, dude. That's so weird. This guy is actually mischief. This is Mischief before he became a fucking degenerate on Twitch. And when he used to make like, who are they videos, you know what I mean? Actually made good content, actually hot, old Mischief. It's not just the fucking eyebrows, dude. Are you kidding me?
Other creator by the name of Sloan. I'd love to provide clips of their videos in this one, but I'm afraid I can't do that.
I'm just
as
kidding. I
both
think
of their
Mr. is hot.
videos have been taken down at the will of, you guessed it, Ruby Frank herself. It would seem that despite the cruel and unusual punishments so frequently enacted upon her own kids, Ruby remains physically unable to take criticism herself. You'd think that a mother who has written an entire book on parenting would be more secure in her methods than to silence those for speaking out against her actions. But Ruby wants to keep you guessing. You never know what her next move is gonna be. In the case of these channels, that move was initially a cease and desist. But when you have clips like these circulating around, I can't exactly say I blame her for wanting them gone.
What I did was I went around the house and I have...
Pour you away? That's my homework, Mom.
Oh, whoa.
Homework. I need that to turn that in tomorrow. No, I'm serious. That's like half my grade right now.
If you have something in the bag that you would like out, you can pay cash for it. So you learn the value of your items.
Family
Dude, I have yet to see a single thing libertarians would criticize in this entire video. Not a single one. Top to bottom, everything in this video, including that last moment, is literally a certified libertarian moment. Monetizing your children as slaves. Putting a fucking dollar value into like every minuscule commodity. This is what happens when you're just, this is your brain on libertarian Mormonism.
Blogging is still new, so we don't know the full impact such a lifestyle could have on a developing mind, making it one of the more shameless and potentially
the baby technique. Yep, the baby.
Actually risky genres on all of YouTube. If a parent wanted to make their own channel documenting their personal journey of raising a child, sharing advice without said child being involved in the making of those videos, I don't see a problem at all. But when you begin to incorporate children as young as 5 and 6 into your content, they become directly associated with your brand. The kids are literally the selling points of these vlogs, and filming every minuscule moment of your child's life since the day they burst out of the womb not only puts their own privacy at risk, but could potentially harm their perception of the world as they get older. We've already seen the catastrophic effects fame can have on child stars in Hollywood, so just imagine what that kind of attention could do when you don't even get a break from it in your own home. I imagine having a camera shoved in your face must stifle certain experiences.
Like, what the fuck is gonna happen to Ryan's toy reviews? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know. No shot he's normal.
In your life, and for some of these kids, it's literally all they've come to know. And to add insult to injury, child endangerment laws used to protect those in Hollywood from being exploited are not applied to social media on a wider scale, inviting any given parent to just flaunt their child with little to no regulation, begging the question of how far is too far. To me, Ruby Frank is just one of the many parents on YouTube who freely exploit the lives of their loved ones without even a second thought. Her husband directly enabling this vicious cycle by refusing to step in and do anything. Certain channels will happily jeopardize the privacy of their children if it means they can turn a profit and make themselves superstars in the meantime. To me, the blatant stripping of privacy
I don't know.
child's own will
It's hard.
greatly outweighs
This is a
whatever
weird
entertainment
debate.
value the 8 Passengers channel may carry, underlining the inhumane conditions that come along with exploiting an entire family.
Bro, these are the same people that say racist ass shit like, oh, they're just having a lot of children for welfare. Meanwhile, she just literally popped them out for fucking content, dude. Little baby slaves, content slaves.
Let's do this, guys. Yeah.
Let's go.
We are here. It is the leftovers. We've got a great show today. We are bringing.
So today we're talking about a big YouTube star named EDP445. He has over 2 million subscribers, over 600,000 Instagram followers. I've never really heard of him until this. I think he does like mukbang videos and just...
This is a guy that was famous for being like an Eagles fan, right? And he's like famous for being an Eagles fan.
Well, allegations had surfaced of him trying to solicit pictures from minors. Inappropriate one came out and made statements regarding these allegations, saying that he's absolutely not a
I say dumb shit. I say ignorant ass bullshit in return. You know what I mean? Does that make me a pedophile? Have I ever done anything physically with these girls? Have I ever sat back, met up with them, ripped their titty out, tried to stick my dick?
Okay, what the dude? What kind of self-report is this, dude? Bro, this is the Matt Gaetz take. Like, oh, I never actually went on a plane with the minor that you're accusing me of. He's really vulgar, bro. That's how it is. Bro, he is getting really invested in talking about like acts of pedophilia.
Well, now a group of YouTube vigilantes, they made a decoy of a 13-year-old girl and done a sting operation on EDP445, and without a shadow of a doubt caught him completely and utterly in 4K.
This shit's so fucking weird. Like, well, one, I mean, fuck this guy. This guy is like very clearly like, hi, I'm 14. I don't know if I told you. Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Just stop talking at that point, okay? Why are you? But also, what I find to be really strange about these sorts of fucking videos is like, why are you portraying yourself as a fucking 14-year-old girl on the internet? Like, what are you doing? Why are you fucking portraying yourself as like a 14-year-old girl on the internet for content? Listen, guys, I find like some of the people in the fucking I'm gonna catch pedophiles on the internet community are kind of weird, dude. Also, like, you're literally destroying a potential case that you could put together against someone who may present legitimate harm against minors by entrapping them, or maybe even coercing them, and then making like a dumbass fucking YouTube video and literally ruining a file case. I'm just curious, why are they bad? I'm confused. Motherfucker, Chris Hansen is like literally ruined actual active court cases. When you film this shit and like turn it in from an active investigation by legal authorities to a YouTube video for the fucking clicks, you're A, straight up fucking belittling how important this is to, you know, reach justice in the instance of like child molestation. You're basically showing like, I don't give a fuck, I want content, bitch. Yeah, we're grabbing pedos and fucking throwing them in jail, fuck yeah. And you're literally ruining an active investigation that could be occurring.
Hey, you told me we're just chatting, we cool. So EDP and this decoy took their chats to another service, another website, and this is where shit gets.
Since when is 14-year-old considered
Power of
okay,
Mystic.
dude, that's the self-report.
Deed
Okay.
Invocas.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That is, I'm banning that person. Oh, okay, dude.
Really? But bear in mind, he knew this person was 14 at least. So let's just firstly go through some of these screenshots. And he doesn't order anything, there's a fuck ton of these. I just took the ones I thought were the most like shocking and disgusting. But like I said, I've never done it before. I'm okay with it. I would give you a slight nibble on the ear or on the neck. Ooh, the neck, can I tell you something? Yeah, sure. That sounds hot. The nibbles or the kisses, both.
What the hell is going on right now?
Oh, that's so
It was the
gross,
best
dude.
ever.
This is their website. You have to pay them to come to your city, and they waited until their video got full monetization to post it on YouTube. This is some real weird shit, dude. The guy who filmed the video is a giant racist and weirdo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, this dude is a pedophile, okay? EDP is a pedophile. The other dude is very fucking weird. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what the other dude's reasoning is for why they're doing this. It's kind of fucking strange.
You know, I've seen these shows like To Catch a Predator and stuff. Normally the people just run away. EDP stays here and chats and just admits to everything.
We have you talking to Sophie, correct? Yes or no? Right. Okay. Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she? 13. 13, okay. And before we get into the messages, there was sexual content involved, yes or no? Right. And you said correct. Okay, all right.
What the fuck, dude? What is happening with this fucking story? Like, this is an insane fucking story. Yo, do these Trump supporter motherfuckers just like not realize that, you know, laws apply to them too? Like, my man said, yeah. Also, this is straight up pig on pig violence. This is hog on hog violence. For those of you who haven't caught on, yo, God, I hate every part of this.
Okay. Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home. There was, you know, nothing that was...
The fucking absolute worst part of this is that, like, I don't think any of this is admissible in court. All you're doing is literally straight the fuck up, straight up just doing it for YouTube clicks. I don't know, man. If fucking To Catch a Predator destroyed active investigations, like this probably does too. There's no fucking way. What about bringing it to light so people are more aware? Maybe it's not just for clicks. Yeah, dude, it's not for clicks, dude. Crazy that it's not for clicks. Here is their website, predatorpoachersofficial.com. Bronze, access to early catches, completely uncensored, non-YouTube friendly version of catches, even a day before YouTube membership. Silver, $5. Access to catches, early, completely uncensored, non-YouTube friendly version of catches. All chat logs, name listed at the end of every video. Big Poacher, all chat logs, name listed at the end of video, 20% off all merch. Big Game Hunter, all chat log, blah, blah, blah. Alex proclaims you are a sugar daddy at the end of every video. Predator poaches in your city. We will come to your city for 3 days to catch predators, and you can officially become a predator poacher when we're there. Is this a fucking joke? Like, is this satire? Bro, if this is some serious fucking shit, treat it seriously, dude. This is literally crazy. I find this stuff so weird. It is not usable in court. Almost messed up their case in the last video. Sydney man arrested, charged in investigation spurred by vigilante group. Sydney police initially arrested Daniels on charge of child enticement after questioning him, but because the state statute only allows law enforcement officers to pose as a minor, Schaub said he had to decline prosecution. He did say an investigation was ongoing and other charges could be possible once a forensic investigation of evidence seized from Daniels was complete. Bro, this shit's so weird, dude. I feel like people crank out to this or something. I find it really fucking weird, dude. Like, obviously, the fucking actual weirdo is still EDP 445. Like, he's the fucking pedophile here, right? But don't act like motherfuckers truly care about justice here. The guy who caught him is racist, by the way. There's a video of him calling people the N-word with a hard R on the live stream. I mean, yeah, okay. Yeah, he's still fucking weird and racist. Like, the other guy is still fucking pedophile. And I'm not surprised that this guy is weird and racist. This is what he does for a living.
What made you start this conversation with this 13-year-old? You said what you're doing right here, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, she messaged me, right? And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, person feels lonely and stuff, and they want the interaction. Let this be known. I am not a.
So what are you? If you're here to meet up with a 13-year-old girl after sending your dick to her, then what do you call it then?
I am a guy that is.
Bro, they caught him in fucking 4K. I mean, literally, they did catch him in 4K because I think they were filming with 4K cameras so they could monetize more effectively on YouTube or something. But they did. Sorry, it's not caught in 4K. You do not have access to that tier of Patreon. You can watch our back and forth banter with pedophiles in 4K for only $50 a month.
My mom, may she rest in peace. You guys know that, right? You guys seen the videos.
Yeah.
My mom did not raise a fucking, okay? She did not raise a creep or where I know what the screenshots say.
Yo, yeah, he's like, yeah, my mom didn't raise a pedophile. She raised a thebophile, actually, which is actually not even illegal if you go to Germany, okay? So, guess what? I'm a libertarian, by the way. Did I tell you I'm a libertarian?
You've had a mix of fantasizing about minors.
You fantasize about females under the age of 16, yes or no? Sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
What? Yo, what the fuck? Does he not even... It's like, it's almost like a bit, like the honest pedophile. What the fuck, dude? What is he doing? What? I guess he literally sent, like, doo-doo photos to what he suspected was a 13-year-old girl, so... But apparently his mom didn't raise a liar either. Oh no! Hey, my mama didn't raise no pedophile. Also, did not raise no liar. I cannot tell a lie. Oh, that's a good one, dude. That's fucked up. Okay, the beginning part was very severe when you're thinking that this dude is like when this dude is like talking or thinking that he's talking to a 13-year-old, like you're like, holy shit, this is nasty. Right? Because like, here's the thing, fucking sex talk, no matter what, like sex talk between consensual
Y'all leaving a spat?
when read in text form is still going to look kind of weird, okay? But this is it's like extra gross because EDP is like very gross to begin with. And then also, way worse than that, is talking to a person who he believes is 13 years old.
So 13-year-old. So again, when was the first time you fantasized about a 12-year-old?
Never.
Okay, so 13 is the youngest.
Right.
Okay, so why 13 but not 12?
I don't know.
Okay.
And that's the truth.
Okay.
Not
But,
lying.
What the fuck? I mean, they have no reason to suspect you're lying, sir. You have been quite honest.
Give me something to make him real fast.
Can I hate going back to these guys, but they're so fucking weird, dude.
so 13-year-old. So again, when was the first time you fantasized about a 12-year-old?
Never.
Okay, so
Like, if he said, last week, then he's gonna be like, when's the first time you fantasized about an 11-year-old? Like, what are you doing?
like, so if Sophie was 12, what would have been your response?
What is this? I mean, what are these questions, dude? What are these fucking questions, dude? So what's up? Would you have like wanted to fucking fantasize about her? Come on, I'm 12. Let's roleplay. I'm a 12-year-old girl right now. Look at me, like I'm a 12-year-old girl. Come on. What the fuck, dude? Wow, he's doing like a man of the street interview about philia. It is very weird, dude.
Probably would have went to the bathroom to
Pew pew pew.
It's literally for content. That's just what I'm saying. Capitalism breeds innovation. Stop. Predator poachers in your city for $1,800 a month. We will come to your city for 3 days to catch predators, and you can officially become a predator poacher when we're there. What is happening, dude?
I was gonna take the cupcake and go home. That's the truth.
You have places like bakeries and supermarkets, but EDP likes to get his cupcakes freshly sourced from 13-year-old.
Okay, this dude's coverage of the story is also weird. Like, I feel like every person involved in the story sucks, dude. And the reason why I feel this way is because, like, there are so many, like, weird things that these guys are throwing out there. So he's already a pedophile, but he's, like, also the weirdest pedophile out there, okay? I feel like if there's, like, a pedophile ranking, EDP is up there with, like, being the weirdest out of all of them. He's, like, kind of honest in certain aspects, and then will, like, flip it over and just start lying, like, oh, not 12, fuck 12, you know? Never 12, dude.
While filming this video, the whole video.
That hurt. Guess I'll switch affiliates to the other side. That was sad.
Why is he zooming into his face while he's saying this shit? He's just like, hey, oh my god, guys, this pedophile stuff is so cringe, dude. It's so weird. I'm feeling really bad right now when the pedophile stuff is happening. Oh god. Oh man, it is awful stomach pains that I'm feeling. Okay, thanks, dude. That was good feedback. Thank you. I love YouTubers. Am I the only person who thinks this guy is trivializing this whole thing? Yes, you're not the only person who feels that way. I find it really fucking weird. With the pedo hunter stuff, like, freaks me out, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very strange thing to be like, I am going to go around and portray myself as like a 13-year-old girl or some shit in the hopes that I'll like try and catch like a fucking pedophile. And it's already weird because like, how many motherfuckers are you hitting up? Like, how many dudes are you hitting up? Like, hey, hello, I'm a 13-year-old girl. Would you like to fuck me? And dudes are like, no, you fucking weirdo, get away. Like, oops, okay, it didn't work. And then, you know, you're back to your regular, oh yeah, I guess it didn't work. All right, trying it again. Hold on. Hello, I'm a 13-year-old girl. Please fuck me. And then some guy's like, no, you fucking weirdo. He's like, oh, damn it, I missed it again. Gonna try it again now. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, bro? That's so weird. This guy's presenting some controversial things about pedophiles being bad. Yeah, no. That's the funniest part is, like, his commentary has been so spicy on this altercation. It's just, listen, I know I'm British, and therefore what you think right now might come as controversial, but pedophilia, nonsense are bad, bruv. Do you have a license for that, bruv? No? I don't know why I'm shitting on this dude. He's probably a normal guy. I don't know. I have no idea who the fuck Pavos is, okay? But please get defunded. These guys will be the only one defending America from pedophiles.
Okay, stop, dude. The only time this twat shows an ounce of remorse is when they threaten and try to call the police on him.
Like, why didn't they? That's the thing. Like, here's the point, okay? In a lot of circumstances, like, you need to have police involved immediately, okay? When you throw the fucking bait, and they react in the way that they do, or if you suspect someone of being a pedophile, don't immediately go and, like, try to fucking portray yourself as a young girl, or find someone to portray themselves as a young girl, and, like, start texting this person. Because then sorry, I'm putting my YouTuber hat on for a second. Definitely do this, bro, because you will get so much fucking content out of this, dude. You're so juiced up, dude. You will literally immediately get like pog, dude. You're gonna have so many subscribers, dude. It's gonna be fucking sick, dude. Put the content skull on, dude. The amount of clout you will get from this is fucking excellent, dude. I am hopped up right now thinking about it. Anyway. If you suspect someone of being a pedophile or someone endangering a child, literally call the fucking cops, okay? In a lot of instances, they're gonna fuck it up too, unfortunately. But like, taking matters into your own hands, especially taking matters into your own hands in this regard, is probably not going to lead to justice.
The only thing deterring you, based on these messages, it wasn't the fact she was young, it was jail time that was deterring you, yes or no? Okay, so say there's no law, say we live in an anarchy, you would have followed through with this, yes or no, had you been able to, correct?
What actual...
Bro, this dude is such a conservative, it's fucking, I'm sorry. Bro, conservatives are always out here self-reporting, okay? Because, like, you know how conservatives always say, like, oh, dude, if there were no laws, I'd be out murdering motherfuckers, like, and normal people will look at that and be like, what? Like, I'm sorry, are you saying that you would murder people and the only thing that's stopping you from murdering people is, like, the law? And not just that, you know, murder is bad and wrong. You taking your life is just, You know, you don't have any personal moral problem with murder. That's why they're saying it. They're being honest, dude. Apparently, we need the rule of law because conservatives exist. They cut the part of the guy where the guy said me too. Shut the fuck up. I find it really strange that this EDP dude is also a big Trump supporter, but so was Matt Gaetz, I guess, and we saw how that happened. You know what I mean? Like, big time Trump supporter EDP. Also, you know, a big fan of fucking doing pedophilia, I guess. Loves Trump, who's, you know, defending fighting against the deep state and the pedophiles in the deep state. He cut out the part when the buster literally says he fantasizes about underage girls too. Shut the fuck up. Is that for real? Is that in Charlie's video? He said he likes 18-year-olds, finds 17-year-olds hot, but would not touch them.
Oh.
18, I think there's hot 18-year-olds. I wouldn't do anything with a 17-year-old, but there's hot 17-year-olds. But I don't go, yeah, when I see a 17-year-old, I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, it's just...
Wow, what the fuck did I miss? That was...
Oh, what are you doing, dude? What is this video? It gets worse. Every moment of this is fucking worse than the previous moment, dude. Bro, these guys are fucking so weird, dude. He's spitting facts. Libertarian, by the way. It's just like a people on crime or something. Like, what? How does this work, honestly? Like, I'll be like, takes one to know one, motherfucker. This is, hey, it ain't honest, but it's a job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what about a 12-year-old makes you go, bleh, but a 13-year-old you're suddenly fantasizing
wow.
about? Like, no,
That was really close.
Dude, he's so horny for this too. He's like, that's how you know this motherfucker is like in content zone, okay? He's like facing a person who literally thinks like, oh, I'm gonna like do child molestation, right? He's like laughing and excited, and he's like, come on, tell me more. Tell me more about how you want fucking, oh yeah. Tell me more about how, like, you know, 13-year-olds make you so fucking hard. Come on. It's just like very weird, dude. These dudes never match the energy of the situation that they are dealing with. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you thought that this was a severe thing, and you should, because it is a very severe thing, you should match that energy by being a little bit more fucking serious. You know what I mean? But instead you're like, oh yeah, like, I'm just genuinely curious and want to tell me more. Fuck.
What was it that made you realize? Like, for example, it's a bad analogy, but you know, I didn't like avocados when I was young, and now I like avocados.
What the fuck is he saying, bro?
Play, you know what I mean? Like I mentioned before, the entire loneliness.
Oh boy.
Actual, you know, like, oh, this girl might ask me to into you and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Well, right, but the thing is, if it was a 12-year-old into you, you wouldn't brush that to the side.
Of course.
So, you know.
Dude, what the fuck? Okay, dude. Okay, listen. They should have called the cops months ago, okay? They should have called the cops when they suspect this person of being a pedophile. I don't know how the fuck people suspect someone of being a pedophile. Like, I don't know where they comes from. Like, I don't know how they figured out that this dude was a pedophile. Maybe he did some shit in the past. Just literally report to the authorities. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And that proves that you were turned on. Like, oh, that proves that you were turned on. Like, you sent a graphic photo. So what were you gonna do when you came here to this little girl's apartment and she's home alone? What were you gonna do?
Honestly, this is real. You guys can't believe this if you guys want to or not. She said that she was gonna bake me a cupcake. I was gonna take the cupcake and go home. That's the truth.
So you came here. How you drove like 30.
Is this one of the pedo hunters? Is that what happened? He seems inexperienced. Like, this guy, he seems to be really into it, okay? Maybe this is the guy who paid $1,800 to get to become the pedo hunter title, you know what I'm saying? He's giving me real deputy vibes right now, okay? He's like, he probably signed up for the $1,800 pedo package, you know? And now he's like, no, I got this, dude. Oh yeah, they sell the entire chat log, yeah. Oh no, it's real sus, dude. It's sussy, dude, okay? It's sussy Among Us.
And there was more than one minor because last summer I've had all these females reach out to me about you.
Yo, if you're a woman who, like, females, by the way, if you're a woman, like, why is this the guy that you're reaching out to, dude? What the fuck? Bro, it's like 13-year-old girls reaching out to him, but it's actually not 13-year-old girls. They're also literally role-playing. They're like other big bearded men who are like, hey, hello, I'm 13.
I'm
You know what I
dead.
mean? It's just like
That is the internet at this point.
Adult men with big beards acting like they're 13 years old, trying to catch each other in the act.
This guy sent me a DM, right? He's all like, hey man, show me some ass, something like that, okay? But, okay, at
But-
the time, I did not know how old she
But-
was, and that's true.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
He's like, yeah, it wasn't Lucy, it was also me, motherfucker. Surprise, I was also that 12-year-old girl. Every 12-year-old girl that you've tried to fuck, it's been me. Surprise, motherfucker. He's like, yeah, that wasn't Lucy, that was me, motherfucker. Big bearded man. How do you feel about that? You want to throw up? Yeah, that's what. Guess what, dude?
Oh, he stole my fucking, my mate. And I still came back and beat him. The fuck is up?
I knew EDP was a Trump supporter as soon as I saw the fucking bleeding tactical shades, dude. The way that they fucking are skin tight, as his like, you know, upper ear area fat is just like protruding over the fucking shades. That's how you know motherfuckers love Donald Trump, okay? That's some real gas station security guard energy there. He couldn't make physical checks to become a cop. This is what he's doing now, but
Beep boop
California,
bop.
my God, that's how you know. Oh, shit, that's true.
And though you can get sexual, okay, you did ask to be her girlfriend. She was underage, yes or no? When? Oh, I'm sorry. You to be her boyfriend. Did you show interest in being her girlfriend?
Wait to roll.
Bro, he's mixing up the roles because he's the one who's role playing. You know what I mean? Like, what I don't understand is like, how do you have a? Yeah, Dr. Chris Gremlin's right. Like they're so casual about pedophilia, dude. It's very weird. Like,
Oh my god.
Super fucking casual combo. I don't understand it. Like, yo, so what's up? Like, you couldn't touch my fucking 12-year-old? Like, oh, sick, dude. Yeah, I couldn't touch my fucking 17-year-old, bro. I would never do it. Like, what are you saying? Why are you saying this? It's like they're
Damn, you think I have karma for a secondary fucking mop? This bitch got lucky with her jump though. It's okay. I'm chilling. Grab you. If we can.
What is this stance, bro? He's like, I'm starting to get tired. Yo, honestly, listen. As a Twitch
Fuck
streamer,
you.
as a Twitch streamer who has sat around for far too long, I would probably be in this situation as well. If I'm fucking standing for a very long time, you know what I mean? If I'm standing for a very long time, I find myself looking for things to hold on to. You want to reword that, pal? What do you guys mean? No, I mean like the way. I meant the way that he's standing and trying to prop himself up, not fucking. No, position, like as in like standing, having a hard time standing
Fucking
up
dead.
for an extended period of time because he's out of shape. Jesus Christ, dude.
And so far, you've admitted to wanting to do stuff with a 13-year-old. You've admitted to all this. Like, if we send this to cops, you're done. You know that, right?
Then why don't you?
If we send this to cops.
Why haven't you done this? If that's the case, literally, what are you doing? So that's what I don't fucking understand here, okay? That's what like blows my fucking mind. Like, what are you doing? You fucking psychopathic clout sharks. Stop monetizing it. Or at least monetize it, but like do it normally. Even if you're gonna fucking do the content, like just try to get the fucking police involved before
Damn.
you destroy the investigation. Do you see what I'm saying? To catch and release a predator. Yeah, dude. These guys just want to be more careful. Listen, man, I'm a big fan. I'm just here for concern. As a concerned citizen, like, and a big fan of yours, like, I just want you to not make these mistakes, okay? Like, what are you doing, brother? Like, come on. Dude, what is... Oh, my God. It's like they say, you know how they say, like, every time you kill a spider, I mean, it's probably fucking bro science, not real, but they say every time you kill a spider, you're effectively making spiders smarter as a consequence because all the ones that you haven't seen and you haven't been able to kill are alive, right? So you're weeding out the dumb ones. Kind of like that. Every time you do a catch and release of a fucking pedo, you know, they're getting smart.
Alright, let me tell you something. Do you know how many times people, like our supporters, have messaged us and said, please look into the guy's EDP? You know how many times you got this message before?
He's literally like disappointed, dude. He's like, what are you doing, bro? Like, we love you, bro. And like our supporters kept saying you're a pedophile, bro. You know how hard.
Fuck.
You know the worst position that puts us in, dude? Like, come on, dude. What the fuck are you doing, bro? A lot of times I'm sad right now.
You can go on your live stream and say to your 15-year-old dick riders, literally or figuratively.
Oh yeah, that's another good.
Oh God, dude, that's gross, dude. You're talking to a literal pedophile. Why are you making pedophilia jokes, dude? Okay, dude, come on, bro.
See, now that you're here meeting who you think is a 15-year-old, correct? Yes or no? Correct. Now you're like this. All doubt is squashed. Say
not taking this seriously at all, dude. Yeah, someone say cart narcs? Yes, exactly. They're treating this like cart narcs, dude. Like, motherfucker, it's not someone who refused to put their cart back at a Trader Joe's parking lot. Like, this dude is trying to fuck kids. Why are you doing this, dude?
What's the lowest age of consent in America?
No clue.
16.
16.
Okay, so 13 is not anywhere near 16. That's over 1,000 days away from 16.
Bro, this guy's literally done the math, dude. That's sus. That's sus, dude. Sussy among us. Listen, I've thought long and hard about this, okay? 13 is 1,000 days away. I mean, I have a 13-year-old on the side that I'm like thinking about, you know, like we're 500 days in, okay? There's another 500 days at least. Just wait 1,000 days, dude. Come on, what are you doing?
Can I ask you guys a question? Yeah. Is my life over? That's up to you, dude. Honestly, this is up to you. You're like, really, this is up to you.
Yeah.
It depends on how you react to this.
What is happening, dude? This is like, it's like watching a fucking live leak video, you know what I mean? It's like watching snuff, kind of. How am I watching a bunch of fucking dudes who caught a file in like, in the act, I guess, or not in the act, but like almost in the fucking act, and the dude still can look bad in the video, you know what I mean? When you're next to someone that is that bad, you should come across as good by default. And they're still like doing their very best to look as weird, as suspicious, and as creepy as they could possibly be.
You were telling her, oh, it's gonna be ugly.
If it's a setup.
It's not gonna be pretty. If I come here and it's a sting operation, why did you say it's not gonna be pretty? What do you mean by that? Because that's, you know, that's a threat. That's a threat of violence. That is a threat.
That's a threat.
You said it's not gonna
Is he admitting to this, dude? What the fuck? Bro, this guy is so crazy. Everything about this is so insane. I don't know. I just like...
Obviously, you got the video. What I did was wrong, right? No,
Jesus.
we know.
Wiped from the face of the planet.
Alright? Just go get fucking help. Because obviously, I need it.
They should have called the cops like an hour.
Ah, I still got fourth.
They
What's
should
up?
have called the cops before this happened. Call the cops at some point. I mean, I can't imagine he's dying on me. Says he's a leftist, but like literally fucking claims he's a leftist, but he's like asking to call the cops. Like, yeah, like they literally should. They call the cops and they have no video. That's what I'm saying.
Still paying because you were that hungry for a cupcake and a 13-year-old. Should we just call you the horny boy hippo or what?
Oh my god, he's workshopping his type 5, bro. Also, motherfucker, you're fat too. Like, what do you mean? It's kind of weird. Like, bitch, you're fat. Like, you know he was like, fucking got him, dude.
You know what would happen to you if you go to prison, right? And then they ask you, what are you in here for? What do you think would happen?
How many dudes is these guys caught? Like, are they experienced pedophile hunters, or like, what's the deal? Because they seem to have caught this dude, but they like, it kind of it's got vibes like they don't know what the fuck they're doing still. Oh god, dude, they're white hat pedophiles. You don't understand, dude. They're like fucking Donald Trump.
Happens to you inside that yard. It would not be fun.
Yeah, they would eat that boy pussy 445 times.
That's not, yeah.
So, I really want to...
My man said boy pussy and his thing off, yeah. So, here, let's move on, dude. This guy's like fucking racist and also a pedophile himself. Apparently, trigger warning, there is gonna be the N-word in this, okay? Here he is.
Can't say fucking Nick on the live stream.
He like says the N-word a bunch of times on his live stream. He's making some corny ass black jokes.
How are you? Did you know that there were some black guys in the squadron that went on the beach even though they can't swim? Very cool.
Professor like left fucking a kid.
I have a 3-year-old in my basement that's like lacking vitamin D. I need to give it to her. It's my birthday, so I'm being generous for one day to her. What? I provide her with plenty of D, just not the vitamin part. Oh, really?
Bro, this dude is sick, dude. What the?
Well, I was tired of being a virgin, so it was a thought.
Apparently he's using a
Your upper body, from your hip to your neck, the shirt. Yeah. Yeah, take it off.
Okay, I don't wanna. He's FaceTiming a 13-year-old here, and he's like talking to a okay, we can't do that. Predator poach, y'all remember this screenshot real fast? You realize how hurt you came off? I'm crying. Real professional PR team anyway. Can't wait for the channel to get purged again. I was told to remove by my boss. Fuck you, exactly. And all those EDP dick suckers, listen to your boss, wait, slave. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, you just like straight up saying the N-word? Bro, hell no. What is this? Oh shit, dude. They posted a fucking making fun of Kobe Bryant dying in a helicopter crash from their Instagram account. Is this real? I don't know if this is real. 99% of girls on dating apps for Redbox girls, meaning they're easy to access. You rent them for a night and then leave it for the next guy. Prank calling BLM hotline. What the fuck? What, dude? What the fuck? Bro, what is this? Wait, hold on. Warning, he says the hard R again and laughs it off. Okay, this is gonna be the N word again here. Trigger warning.
Fucking Nick. Oh shit, I said that in front of 216 people.
Here's a video of him admitting to using real minors as decoys to lure predators.
It's a Hispanic boy that's okay. So I'll be honest about the decoy pics. So one of the decoy pics, the Hispanic boy that we use, that's my cameraman's little cousin. And the white decoy that we use, he's 17. And yeah, I met him on PS4. We're playing Madden together, and he said he was down to do it. So yeah, that's where I get the decoy pictures from.
Fuck, that's literally fucking. That's like you're going to jail. Like that's distribution of child pornography, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Yo, this is the most QAnon shit ever. This is the Matt Gaetz. Like, this is literally the same fucking pedophiles that like love Donald Trump and QAnon and say like Democrats are the real pedophiles. Guys, legally, you can't, as a non-law enforcement officer, you can't make yourself out to be an underage minor. You can't portray yourself as a minor on the internet to catch pedophiles. Maybe in some states you can, but in most states you can't. Just like legally, you definitely cannot use an actually underage person to catch pedophiles. The stupid explanation to use the hard R on Discord call.
Yo. Yeah. Wait, is that you in that video?
Wait, this dude was able to fucking get him on call? What the fuck?
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, I was scrolling in this. I'm not out to offend anybody, you know. I mean, yeah, man, I just haven't Yeah. Dude, I mean, I just like make fun of everybody, man. Like, I don't mean to offend anybody or anything like that, so.
Sorry, bro. I wasn't trying to offend anybody when I fucking called the Black Lives Matter hotline to say the N-word. What the fuck, dude? What is happening? Like, how?
Hey, I suggest you stay here because everybody knows who you are, right? You better just get yourself some.
I don't know why I really don't like this guy. He's not as bad as like Blue Shirt, but he's got like some real weird energy, dude. I don't know what's happening. You know what I mean? He's just like fucking annoying, dude. He's like, come on, dude. I already read you the law. Just like stay here so we can make more content. Like that's.
No, you know how many people told us about you? Hundreds of people said, please look into EDP. Please. This guy's a creep. He's messaging minors. He's hitting up minors. He's doing all this disgusting stuff.
Bro, at this point, you're like playing with your food. You know what I mean? Like, you should have called the cops a long time ago. Is he running around? Is he trying to run away?
There's somebody here to meet a 13-year-old girl.
He's the top speed right. What the fuck up, dude?
A 13-year-old, and he's had because he admitted everything to us. We have all these messages saved with him.
Cops are like, what are you doing? Like, what? Cops are like, what the fuck? Like, I can hear like, I can imagine what the dispatcher must be thinking right now. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? You caught a pedophile? I'm sorry, what?
All right, well, he's heading home now, so, you know.
Hey, Cece.
I mean, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen, dumbass? If you didn't have the fucking cops there, like, you have no jurisdiction. What are you gonna do? Place him under citizen's arrest, dude? Yeah, of course he's gonna fucking get in his car and drive away, dude. Good luck now. Now that you've, like, fucking tried to do a sting op here, who knows what the fuck will happen. Bro, these Mercedes didn't even get like his license plate. They literally didn't even think to get his license plate. There's no shot that these motherfuckers have ever done this, right? Like, this is the first time. This isn't first timer shit. Even if you're like a private investigator, like, why are they continuing to chase the car on foot? Like, what are they doing, dude? He just literally walked away, dude.
What's up, guys? Hope you all enjoyed the video.
Oh, this is the angle, dude. He's about to say the N-word, boys. Watch out.
The true patriots are back, baby.
That's right.
We are back. We are here to bring righteous truth and fury.
That's right. I'm ready.
To these conservative. It's the first 30 seconds I can't curse. Can't curse.
Let's get started with what happened in a rich neighborhood in Virginia where arrests were made after a school board meeting on critical race theory, which wasn't even a school board meeting on critical race theory, by the way. So nice framing from Fox News. Like, it was literally an end of the year school board meeting. Like, just a regular end of the year school board meeting. And they turned this into bedlam.
All these people were doing here was taking the time to be able to show and share, at least with their own people, why they're here. They have every right to do that and to press their rights and their regrets in terms of what's gone on in this county. You guys are...
Critical race theory is when you don't regret systemic racism, but actually regret kids learning about it.
actually supporting the suppression of people's rights.
Are you refusing to leave at this time?
Yes, I'm refusing to leave.
Deputies,
I mean, that guy sounds like he's from the Midwest. He sounds like Michael Pillow.
please arrest this individual for trespassing. Please, thank you.
Based on what transaction? What did I do wrong?
Alright, that's just the latest instance of.
Dude, cops love exercising force, dude. Like, they get so horny to, like, arrest people. It's so funny to me. Like, he's just like, hell yeah. Like, this is my time. Fuck yeah, baby. I mean, this story is hilarious, dude. It's great. It's literal panic that Fox News created almost single-handedly. And now they're just sitting back and covering the outcome of said panic that they created. Like, I saw a statistic, and these things are like not the greatest metrics, but I remember seeing a statistic about like the mention of critical race theory in media, specifically in Fox News. It's been like 2,300 times. Yeah, okay. Fox News mentioned critical race theory nearly 1,300 times since March, according to a Watchdog study. And literally before that, it's a Media Matters one. And before that, it's like non-existent, dude. Like, March is when they're like, it's time to talk about critical race theory. And then it's just like, everything is critical race theory now. And it's so great. It's a wonderful business model. And they consciously do this. And they literally will turn around and consistently hire GOP operatives as like concerned parents. It's kind of cool watching it happen. Like, it's kind of cool watching the propaganda machine churn this shit out, right? Because like, you get to see it happen in real time, which in the past you might not have been aware of. You know what I mean? Like, you probably, if you hadn't stumbled upon this broadcast, you probably would see these sorts of fucking trends, and you'd be like, yeah, this critical race theory thing, like, I need to have an opinion on this. But now you get to actually see it, and I showed you where the inception of this came from too, which is the Manhattan Institute. They've done this with War on Christmas. They've done this with trans student athletes. They did this with trans bathrooms too. They did this with the gay panic. They did this with the satanic panic. Like, this is a consistent ploy by conservative think tanks to find a new thing to operate as like a cultural magnet within the political universe so that they can basically gear up their supporters and pump them full of anger. And it's completely made up. It's just another way to continue the culture war grift that reinforces these hogs and their hog-like points of view. And it's always going to continue. I mean, they had the Red Scare and communism, and finding communist infiltrators was like the original, cultural Marxist attack. It's basically an endless feedback loop, as Chatter also pointed out, to consistently reinforce conservative values within the base after reframing the same old tired fucking arguments with a new patina, with a new format. Critical race theory is a like legal scholar approach to examining race beyond the way that like liberals understand it within our legal justice system in law. It has nothing to do with whatever the fuck these like angry parents are upset about. But now it's in every part of our lives. And it's basically just like, it's because these parents aren't like upset about not having a materialist understanding of our history is going to be a flaw, brother. Like specifically hyper focusing on the racial dynamic and making you know, slavery out to be the original sin in biblical terms is unironically counterproductive to dialectical materialist roots, brother. Like that's not the case. They're upset because they think like CRT, that sounds a lot like you know, Antifa Factory. They want to make our children gay and they want to make white people hate themselves, brother. If white people hear about racism, they'll hate it. That's the real reason why people are fucking upset. And they're not actually upset about like, they're not upset about it from the academic point of view. They're upset because they think critical race theory is just everything and anything that mentions racism. Just remember that when you see what people are fucking upset about. And it's all fucking made up. And they have their own little media ecosystem where they elevate GOP operatives as like concerned parents. They've set up AstroTurf groups backed by rich fucking benefactors who then turn around and like personally create a group and personally create a movement. And Fox News is leading the helm, leading the charge. Let's take a look at
meanwhile,
the explosive school board meeting erupting over critical race theory. Let's take a look at what they did and how they're covering their own work, by the way. This is wild. It's like me reacting to a video of myself, sitting there and being like, wow, it's crazy that I did that. I mean, you did that, dude. This is you. You did this.
Last night they had another one of the meetings and it was chaotic. A couple of people wound up getting arrested and a couple of people had to be tended to because for medical reasons as well. A lot of people were objecting to policy 840, which is a transgender policy. Over which bathroom people would use or preferred names and stuff like that. There was so much going on. There were 300 people in attendance. 259 of them asked if I can get up and speak. And they, after a couple of dozen, they said, okay, we're done. And they left.
The Western culture and values that brought forth Christianity in the founding documents are being called evil and racist.
I'm reminded of the tyranny of communist China, where your money is legally stolen and then used in government schools, not public schools. These are not public schools, these are government schools, like here, to indoctrinate children against their parents.
My child is...
I love that, dude. Why are my taxes paying for my child to learn about American history, brother? What the fuck? It's bullshit. Wait, I gotta run that back, actually. I wanna see the first one.
Brought forth Christianity and the founding documents are being called evil and racist.
That guy is a fucking Nazi, dude. I'm sorry. Doesn't pass the smell test. Straight up. Get mad at me all you want. This motherfucker looks straight up like a young Nazi, okay? I see that guy in a crowd, I'm like, nope. Nope, that's a fucking massive vibe check failure, dude. Vibe check denied, okay? He's so soy. It's just like, literally just perfect. Like, who is this person's child, by the way? You're a child, motherfucker. Why are you there talking?
I'm reminded of the tyranny of communist China, where your money is legally stolen and then used in government schools, not public schools. These are not public schools, these are government schools.
For the record, he's describing taxation. This person currently is describing taxation as a concept exclusive to China, which is very cool. Taxing does not occur in the United States of America. This is a foreign concept. Just like public schools are very different than government schools. China invented taxes to do schooling by the government, which is very different than what we have here. Okay, let's keep going.
Like here, to indoctrinate children against their parents.
My child...
Wait, so he thinks that the Chinese government is like making their fucking next generation woke or something? The irony is like, they would love for America to have like a Chinese government style operation. Like these motherfuckers would literally love if they could instill the same sense of patriotism and national cohesion that China desperately works to cultivate. Like they would love that. They would love if America could whip up its own national identity in a similar capacity, in a very conservative and Christian and religious capacity to like what China does for the national cohesion in China, which is different than obviously like white supremacist American centric values. But they would love that, dude. That's crazy to me that he's like, as a matter of fact, what they're doing here is kind of that, they're upset that children are learning about critical race theory, what they perceive to be critical race theory, which is just like children learning about systemic racism. And that's precisely what they're upset about. They want to censor education. They want to change education in this country. And that's what they're advocating for. And they want the government to do it. So this notion that like, oh man, I hate that, this is happening in China. It's like, I wish we could do it here in America. But like, for American shit, not like Chinese shit, whatever the fuck they're doing out there.
It's not addressed. And don't assume that. As long as you Marxists push your unconstitutional agenda on my child, she will not be returning back to Loudoun County Schools.
Unbelievable.
That's the lady I was talking about.
As the parent.
Yeah, I wonder why she specifically pointed out that lady. Literally the only black person in that entire crowd in Loudoun, whatever the fuck you call it. I don't give a shit about Virginia, okay? In the entire county, they're like, I wonder why she was really into that lady specifically. That was the lady I was talking about. She one of the good ones.
Parents had joined us, parents from last night got up early this morning and joined us to tell us their perspective on where they go from here.
We are trying to recall the...
Paul Chen, let's take a look. So these guys are close to DC, right? So like a lot of them are gonna be political operatives, okay? Let's see, let's take a look. Party officials on London GOP. See if we can find Paul here. What? No way, dude. He's a part of the Loudoun County Republican Committee. What? No way, dude. That's crazy. That's just crazy. He's just, dude, that's wild, dude. He's just like, what? No, he's just a concerned parent, dude. Oh, what? You think a guy who's a part of a Republican committee can't be just an average parent, dude? What are you, crazy? He's just a concerned parent, dude.
6 members out of 8 or 9 members we're trying to recall because we don't, these radical policies will not change.
Last night proved
It
that
could be a
this
different,
school board,
lobby.
and in particular, Brent.
It could be a different... Joe Mobley. Okay. He's a big pharma lobbyist. Paul Chen is a big pharma lobbyist, okay? And a part of the Loudoun County Republican Committee. Joe Mobley, another concerned parent. Let's take a look at what Joe Mobley's background is. I would love to fucking find out what he does for a living. Oh, he's a conservative broadcaster. No way. That's crazy that he's a up-and-coming young grifter with a... Oh, dude, that's wild. Conservative radio host.
Sheridan.
Concerned parent and conservative radio host, boys.
Have a real problem with the First Amendment, all the way from religious expression, freedom of conscience, to freedom of speech.
We do not want to co-parent with our government. We want to be able...
Wait, this one looks familiar. Let's take a look at Rachel Pisani. Let's see what she's doing. She's just a marketing strategist. I think she might be like actually fucking just a Republican chud concerned parent.
able to instill beliefs and instill our faith in our children without hesitation. So they can mute our mics, they can arrest us, they can kick us off of public property. We're not going to stop.
She even went on to say that the teachers were told if they don't adopt the critical race theory teachings and teach that to the kids next fall, they were told they'll be fired. They could be fired, right?
Yeah, and they said all would not have happened had we not had a pandemic, and all these parents were looking over the shoulders of their kids or overhearing the Zoom calls and saying, what the heck is going on here? And that's what I find...
Wait, Rachel Pisani is recognized as a branding strategy leader. She has been a regular guest on Fox News and NBC and has testified before the Senate Finance Committee regarding the proposed addendum she wrote on Senate Bill 574. You know, a chatter pointed out and said that these people want to act like they're being treated like black people were treated in the Civil Rights Movement. Except these people were around during the Civil Rights Movement. They were just on the other fucking side. People exactly with the same operating principles were literally still picketing outside of schools saying, we don't want you teaching that communist nonsense in our fucking schools. Even back then, especially back then. I mean, there are, I think a respectable lawyer found some funny photos. Like, here you go, dude. I mean, same fucking energy. Like, same energy. This is from that rally, right? We are the parents, stand up. Stop teaching critical racist theory. Got him. Pretty good. We oppose race mixing in schools. Forced integration creates racial hatred. We favor upholding the day law. We oppose surrendering states' rights to communist-based court opinion. I mean, the motherfucker looks the same, dude. Maybe it's the same guy, actually. Probably not. He'd be way older, but it's like, it's so funny, dude. They're making the same fucking face, too. So, yeah, they know a thing or two about how black people are treated in the civil rights movement because, you know, they're just carrying on the tradition of those who continued the oppression and try to continue the oppression. Now, the irony, of course, is that if they maybe got a little bit of critical race theory, at least their children would get a better perspective on the legacy of slavery and segregation that permeates through all of our institutions. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe then they would know.
All they keep doing is changing the narrative. Critical race theory is culturally responsive framework, culturally responsive teaching. It's all just Trojan horses. Inequity, diversity, and inclusion. You know, come on. You know, one thing after another after another.
Come on, wait, we gotta stop somewhere. Come on. Inequity, diversity, inclusion, all of these horrible values. I hate it, brother. These are things we need to stop. Same thing with the pandemic. Social distancing is communism. Race mixing is communism. Everything is communism. Everything is critical race theory. Everything is communism. Words don't have to mean anything, boys. That's the point. If they did mean something, then you would have to actually have an argument and like have an honest conversation around these subjects. Like, they don't have to mean shit. They can mean whatever you want them to mean. Dude, these guys are such losers, dude. Oh my god, getting together and like fucking, god. Dude, this is so weird. Like, why the fuck do you do this? Like, you go outside, you go out to like a school board meeting and you fucking sing the Star Spangled Banner. Like, that's so weird, man. That's so fucking weird. STEM, not CRT. Song name, been looking for this, please. Man, fuck that, dude. That shit don't even slap. It's terrible. This lady literally harassed the school board at the meetings about CRT. This is what happens when you take a stand against the radical left. Video 1, this is absolutely terrifying. Just last week, this young man's mother attempted to attack me. Now him and his father came at me. Had the deputy not intervened, who knows what they would have done.
And here we are. Dude, sit down. What's wrong with you? Sit down! You're not normal. Sit down! You're not normal. I see what CRT does to you.
CRT did this to you, yo. Young Zoomers got some drip, by the way. That's a nice little tie-dye pattern. I like it.
Sit down, young man. Young man, please go sit down. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Go sit down, young man.
CRT turned you into this troll. What the fuck happened to you then, you psycho?
You're making me scared.
Stop filming my dad.
Excuse me, it's a public
I
forum.
want this man to stop filming him.
It's a public
I don't know
forum.
where he's gonna post it, so I want him to stop filming right now.
Oh my god, he's like making fun of the kid, like worrying about trying to fucking save their parent from harassment potentially.
It's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. Does anybody have a tissue?
No. Let's get this done. Film me. You got me? You got me on camera?
Get back.
Now.
Get back.
Liberal.
Dude, this is so funny. Yo, I swear to God, dude, I think we need to oppress rich white folk living in the suburbs a little bit. Like, they need like a little bit of bullying and a little bit of oppression. Like, they're so bored. They need something in their lives, dude. I'm serious. Like, you don't do this when you're like literally suffering and you have like medical fucking bills to pay and all this other shit. Like, you do this when you're bored, okay? Just like a little bit of government mandated oppression so that they can like actually cry about something that's legitimate for one. It could be healthy, I'm just saying. Had the deputy not stepped in, oh my God, he's like making fun of the kid, like worrying about trying to fucking save their parent from harassment potentially.
It's okay. It's okay. It'll be okay. Does anybody have a tissue?
No. Let's get this done. Film me. You got me? You got me on camera?
Get back.
Now.
Get back.
Liberal.
Dude, this is so funny. Yo, I swear to God, dude, I think we need to oppress rich white folk living in the suburbs a little bit. Like, they need like a little bit of bullying and a little bit of oppression. Like, they're so bored. They need something in their lives, dude. I'm serious. Like, you don't do this when you're like literally suffering and you have like medical fucking bills to pay and shit like, you do this when you're bored, okay? Just like a little bit of government mandated oppression so that they can like actually cry about something that's legitimate for once. It could be healthy, I'm just saying. Had the deputy not stepped in, this is like the personification of a liberal soy father. What the fuck was he going to do to you? Like, are you crazy? What do you think this guy was gonna do? Like, he's got his fucking iPhone charger. He's got his Anchor iPhone charger and his fucking, just bursting out of the seams of his jeans that he tucked his t-shirt into. Like, what's this guy gonna do? He was gonna say CRT-related things. We needed to stop him. Get back. I don't want to hear your liberal propaganda.
You got me? You got me on camera?
Get back.
Now,
Get back.
liberals are insane.
Of course, soy father is not the weakest person in the room, because the weakest person in the room is the person who's afraid of soy father.
Go sit down, young man. It'll be
Back
okay.
the blue. Back the blue.
Can you go sit down, young man? It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Back the blue. Beat his ass. Beat that kid's ass. Why the fuck do we pay you? They're threatening me with their existence.
Can we see their pictures? I want proof. Proof.
There's a process.
Proof.
And you should be ashamed of yourself.
Excuse me?
You should be ashamed.
They're clapping. Stop your clapping for him. It's the critical race theory. That's the reason why they're clapping for him. This man accused me of vile things. He became enraged when asked for proof. The man grabbed my arm, leaving it red and swollen. Somehow police removed me from the room and did not remove the young man or his father who harassed me.
See what we can do.
Oh my god, dude. This is so funny.
It's like a PTA meeting or some shit.
Critical race theory, make these cops. Critical race theory, stop me from interrupting this meeting. Dude, this is awesome, dude. This is actually fucking hilarious, dude.
Wild. People are fucking crazy.
Yeah, I wonder why they fucking kicked her out, dude. I guess maybe because she forgot that it's top of the hour and it's time for a 60-second ad break or something.
They're telling me I have to go.
You have to go?
What? Right?
Yeah, board. Where's your voice today?
Yeah, I wonder what, like, imagine having this little self-awareness that you post this video where you, one, try to make it seem like you're threatened by the existence of a child, and then disrupt like a parent-teachers conference or like a school board meeting, and then get upset that they're like escorting you out gently and kindly. Also, lie about being grabbed, by the way, which is pretty funny too. This entire video serves the exact opposite purpose of the narrative that you were trying to cultivate. What part of this video was going to make you look like a hero? Is it the part where your husband made fun of a fucking kid who was like legitimately worried, stood in front of the camera because he doesn't want his dad being doxxed and filmed and harassed endlessly?
Tatiana did nothing wrong.
New York mom Tatiana Ibrahim talked to Greg Kelly about her motivation to voice opposition to critical race theory at her daughter's school district.
I'm well, thank you, Greg. How are you?
Terrific. What has the reaction been like so far?
Got a lot of support. A lot of parents coming out, all different parts of the U.S.
A lot of racist white people.
A lot of support from my community.
Got it.
everywhere, children, dads, a lot of support.
Abolish Long Island, I think. Good way to stop it.
Abolish Long Island.
All the conservatives there, take all the liberals out, and then ship it off into the sea. I don't want to watch the rest of this. This fucking clout goblin, dude. Jesus Christ. So these are all like efforts to change the education, which has already been changed in America time and time again. Daughters of the Confederacy have done a very, literally actively works to whitewash the horrible history of the Confederacy, and they've successfully done so. This is one example of how people learn about the Civil War in Louisiana in a fucking Louisiana 8th grade textbook. Here, I'll give you some of the best parts of it, okay? With more than 1,000 acres and 150 slaves, the family's future seemed secure. However, in 1861, after Louisiana's secession from the United States in January and the beginning of the Civil War in April, the lives of everyone on the Stone Plantation changed. Secession is the withdrawal of a state from the Union. Kate kept the diary and wrote about the many changes in their lives. And this is how they cover the fucking Civil War. Eventually, all 5 of Kate's brothers served in the war on the Confederate side. In 1861, Kate wrote that the oldest was wild to be off of Virginia, because he feared that the fighting would be over before he can get there. However, as the war dragged on, worry about her brothers became a constant theme in her diary. Sadly, by the end of 1863, 2 of her brothers had died while serving the Confederate Army. One from pneumonia, the other from an accident. In her diary, Kate expressed her firm Confederate patriotism, insisting our cause is just and must prevail. But even for a patriot, the war's hardships became difficult to take. Union forces arrived on the family's plantation in 1862. With them came a justified fear that the slaves would abandon the plantation for freedom they believed the Union Army would provide. Hey, they're just patriots. And unironically, this textbook is like imagine being a black kid in 8th grade in Louisiana, and like your fucking textbook is just like your literal property. Like the textbook is looking at this straight up in the framework of like black people are property, and it's wild that they thought that they were gonna get freedom from the Union Army. The fear is exclusively centered around the fear that the white slave-owning class in Louisiana felt, and not necessarily the fucking everyday fear and cruelty that black people were subjected to. In an attempt to limit her losses, property loss, Amanda Stone sent 120 of her slaves to Texas in 1863. She and Kate were forced to follow the slaves to Texas later that same year. I mean, here's what you could have done.
Wow.
Not sent your fucking slaves to Texas and instead freed them. Man, oh man, what a fucking gruesome journey. Forced to follow your humans that you own to Texas because you didn't want to give them up. In the family's absence, the few remaining slaves took over the plantation and moved into the family home, dividing the rooms and the stones remaining personal property among themselves. The stone women would remain refugees, people who were forced to leave their home country. This is a textbook. Until the end of the war in 1865. Not a single mention of like black people, their point of view, how black people feel about being enslaved, being sent to fucking Texas to continue being enslaved for more years in the aftermath of slavery being officially abolished. It gets worse. They were able to reclaim their plantation, but due to emancipation, the freeing of slaves, they lost all their property in slaves. Up to this point, black people exclusively have been only regarded as property. The family had to face the new reality of planting and harvesting their fields with freed people who Kate regretted now demanded high wages, aka wages. Just wages in comparison to what it was previously, which was lashes. Heartbreaking that the newly freed slaves would demand high wages. How will we go on? Kate felt ambivalent about the end of slavery, but after the war she did her best to adjust to a world that she felt had been turned upside down. She married, raised children, and devoted herself to memorializing the service of Confederate soldiers like her brothers. She founded the Madison Parish chapter of the United Daughters of the Confederacy and remained active until her death in 1907. In this chapter, we will examine the political and cultural issues that led to sectional tensions and ultimately led Louisiana to secede from the Union. We will also learn about the wartime experiences of soldiers, politicians, civilians, and slaves. Wow, okay, we'll see. In Union-occupied areas of Louisiana and in the parts of the state that remained in Confederate hands throughout the war. Finally, we will examine the immediate consequences of the war's end. Now, you mean to tell me that this isn't literal fucking indoctrination and whitewashing of history and like any attempt to at least like instill some kind of like correct analysis on history, or at least like even cover the other side's perspective on history? history on such a fucking issue that is like across the board regarded as like horrifying and awful. You mean to tell me that like that is something that we gotta stop immediately? That's what we gotta fucking get mad at? Oh, 2 textbooks, 2 Americas. Race, gender, and immigration are some of the subjects that play out differently in classroom textbooks across the country. The California textbook includes primary source quotations from black historical figures about white resistance to civil rights during the Reconstruction. I want to see what the text one. The textbook in Texas above says that white Southerners oppose Reconstruction because of tax increases as well as racial resentment. Wait, there's an interactive one? On this annotated Bill of Rights, the California textbook explains that the rulings of the Second Amendment have allowed for some gun regulations. In the same place, the Texas edition of the textbook contains only a blank white space. What? The Second Amendment right to bear arms? Nothing for the Second Amendment? Brother, you don't need... Hey, no, you will not infringe on that, okay? You fucking kidding me? Here's another example. Teenagers in both states will learn about the Harlem Renaissance and debates about the movement's impact on African-American life. But Texas students will read some of the critics dismiss the quality of literature produced. 2 states, 8 textbooks, 2 American stories. We analyze some of the most popular social studies textbooks used in California and Texas. Here's how the political divide shape and what students learn about the nation's history. White resistance to black progress is covered differently in 2 states. In California, movement of some white Americans from cities to suburbs was driven by a desire to get away from more culturally diverse neighborhoods. Others believe suburbs offered better and more affordable living. California notes suburban dream of 1950s was inaccessible to many African Americans. Texas does not. Reasons for suburban growth varied. Some people wish to escape the crime and congestion of the city. It's like little ways in which you reinforce the same social conditioning that you learn. Texas says that white Southerners oppose Reconstruction based on tax increases as well as racial resentment. California instead includes primary source quotations from black historical figures about white resistance and civil rights. Both states say that the breaches of racial etiquette led to lynchings after Reconstruction, but only California, whose edition was written more recently, makes clear that the perpetrators of the lynchings also hope to discourage black political and economic power. On gender and sexuality, California textbooks include history that is not in the Texas editions. California states that federal government failed to recognize non-binary gender identities and female leaders in its early relations with Native Americans. Texas does not mention that. Makes sense, obviously. California states that enslaved women have faced sexual violence from owners and overseers. California mentions the Lavender Scare that targeted thousands of gay men and lesbians. California states that Alfred Kinsey's research in early sex reassignment surgeries challenged the post-war ideals on gender. So this stuff is literally what people want to take out. What Republicans want to take out of the books when they say like, CRT, we need to stop it. Like, that's what they're trying to get out of the textbook. Both states focus on women's fight against discrimination in the workplace. Only California says birth control played a role by allowing women to exert greater control over this sexuality and family planning. California includes an excerpt from a novel about a Dominican American family. In the same place, Texas highlights the voice of a border patrol agent. What the fuck? California is critical of wealth inequality and the impact of companies like Google on the environment. Texas is more likely to celebrate free enterprise and entrepreneurs like Carnegie. Older Texas edition highlights a Republican critique of President Barack Obama's environmental policies, while the California book discusses the threat of rising sea levels. We talk about climate change, but only from the framework of how climate change policies destroy free enterprise, brother. So remember, like, what these people are fucking getting mad at, okay, when they do this. They're getting mad at basically the mention of like California textbooks, which are brief, by the way. I wouldn't even go so far as to say that the California textbooks are like genuinely accommodating or provide like accurate analysis of everything else. That's why I try to tell you, like, you know, be understanding of people all the time. Be understanding of people. This is like, if this is all they know, how the fuck are they supposed to learn if they've like never been around any sort of diversity whatsoever and all of that has been demonized throughout their entire life? That's not all though. As far as our latest part of the journey, talking about conservative censorship, state university faculty students are going to be surveyed on beliefs. According to Governor Ron DeSantis' new suggestion, there will be budget cuts that could happen if universities and colleges are found to be indoctrinating students. Tallahassee, in his continued push against the indoctrination of students, Governor Ron DeSantis on Tuesday signed legislation that will require public universities and colleges to survey students, faculty, and staff about their beliefs and viewpoints to support intellectual diversity. The survey will discern the extent to which competing ideas and perspectives are represented in public universities and colleges and seeks to find whether students, faculty, and staff feel free to express their beliefs and viewpoints on campus and in the classroom. Remember, this was a big culture war talking point, that there is no intellectual diversity, that we can't have Nazis that like students on campuses like get upset when Nazis like Milo Yiannopoulos come in and like literally dox trans students and shit like that. So, and make the campus a less safe space that is not good for learning for a lot of marginalized students. Remember, this is what they were upset about. They fucking got so mad. That was like the big culture war talking point. when in fact, the overwhelming majority of college students were more open-minded to a free speech environment. They were way more open-minded to a free speech environment than the older generations were at the time. Empirical evidence showed that, like, this wasn't an issue. Like, people weren't saying that they don't want free speech in college campuses. But we, of course, still hyper-focused on a couple fucking random issues. Open-minded, sure thing, buddy. Dude, you have never left your apartment or your fucking mother's basement, let alone go to a college. So I don't care about your fucking dumbass, like, open-minded, sure buddy take. Do you care about actual studies conducted on the matter? Or do you just want to fucking sit there because you watched a lot of YouTube videos from your favorite broadcasters that told you that it was a certain way? I've done numerous videos on the subject, so I'll just like try to find a quick study, really just and shove it down the throats of these fucking idiotic dumbasses. Yeah, here. According to a 2016 Knight Foundation survey, 78% of college students reported they favor an open learning environment that includes offensive views. Whereas, according to that same survey conducted, U.S. adult population as a whole lags behind with only 66% of adults favoring uninhibited discourse. It was literally fucking dumbass adults. It was dumbass adults that actually had this notion and were agitated one way or the other. And this isn't the only study conducted on this matter. There were study after study after study conducted on this. There was a Gallup one too. Okay, guys? So shut the fuck up. And the only reason why you know about this is because your favorite dumbass reactionary broadcaster was doing the exact same thing that Fox News does to those boomers that you now laugh at. So be a little bit more open-minded, you fucking idiot. Especially if you found yourself here, then clearly, even if you're here to fucking hate on me or whatever, you have to remember that, like, a lot of this stuff is just purely manufactured so that you could draw battle lines. I mean, I said this when Joe Biden got elected. What did I say? I said that we are going to go back to the old school Obama-era culture war issues. Didn't I say this? I said this, and we're here. Anyway, let's move on. Senate Republicans are blocking the debate on the sweeping voting rights bill, obviously.
Say they will continue the fight over voting rights after Senate Republicans blocked their sweeping reform bill, a move to begin
allowing crime based on race. What actual privilege
All
looks
right,
like.
here's some.
Ooh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a spicy one, boys. Buckle the fuck up because I'm going to go on and defend petty crime again. Are you guys ready for this?
So before we get to Walgreens, which everyone is talking about, this happened Monday. But I don't think the footage was really out there until yesterday. I'm warning you guys, this man gets shot, a security guard, but he lives. You don't see him get shot in the video, but you do see the lead up. So I still, if you have children around, I wouldn't have them watch this. Lenox Mall in Atlanta, I guess used to be one of the better malls. Shot in the chest, point blank.
So I'm confused by this. Like, is he going to say that, like, people are defending someone who shot another person in the chest? Because I 100% don't think that that is an acceptable thing to do. I think that's ridiculous. But what's going on here? Hold on. I don't want to show this. So these dudes have, like, guns and they're pointing it at the guy. Here's the thing, guys. Some may not know this about me, but I'm anti-murder. So there's that. That's a thing I believe. I'm an anti-murder kind of guy. Unpopular opinion, but I think murder is bad. Okay. Doesn't really matter who's doing it. It's bad. Okay, let's see it.
The story says they were demanding his Apple Store card.
I think you have to call.
And
Steven Crowder and others like him love using, like, solved cases where, like, a black person has committed a crime, which happens all the time, just like white people also do murder all the time, as, like, a reason to justify the racial agitprop that they're about to engage in, okay? The main difference here always is accountability. And I need you to understand this. The main difference here is not saying that, like, oh, well, this black person did a murder, so we need to police all blacks. Like, that is a psychotic and racist approach. Just like we always say, or at least laugh about people saying, like, kill all men, men are scum, or even ban people that say, like, kill all white men, which now a bunch of people are going to say and get banned subsequently. Because what? Like, the overwhelming majority of pedophiles are white men? The overwhelming majority of serial killers are white men? You don't fucking decide that, like, all white men are bad then.
for people listening, it's very clear the security guard does not want to get violent. He's trying to avoid confrontation. Two people cornering him with a firearm. He's backing up. see it, but yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you actually don't
That's
see it,
what
but they shot him.
the man. No, he lived.
No. Good.
He's still alive, from what I understand. Hey, can I say at this point? Can I say overweight hood rat bitch when she shoots someone with a gun who is innocently trying to be nonviolent? Can I call that woman a bitch? I just want to make sure that's not a violation of YouTube guidelines. It's a calling someone. Hey, can we say that woman? Can I say she's acting bitchy?
Well, that's
Bitch-ish. Blowing a hole.
Hey, why didn't he continue with the hood rat? Why did he just go into the bitch one? What's up? I didn't realize when like a black person commits a crime that gives you, everybody knows you can just say the N-word. Why didn't he just say that? I wonder. People don't give a fuck about calling a murderer a bitch. Pretty sure it's the hood rat part that probably people will get upset about, and not because like that person is a bad person, because he is. But when you're like, oh, that's a hood rat, you're saying that this is how black people are, because that's what it's historically been used and associated with. Yeah, that's not about that individual that you're like yelling at. Same mentality as the N-word, by the way. I hope that those